Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to First Blood. We're back again. It's me, Ask Joshy, casting with Lil Fuzzy Seal. How you doing today, Seal?
Feeling pretty good. Just got just got back home from full day of classes.
Nice.
So not much better way to end that than with a little bit of PUBG to wrap the night up.
True, true. Definitely feels a lot better than sitting in class, getting to watch some players go at it out in the Battle Royale. And we
Hmm.
have a lobby with about 40-ish people. We're going to be doing 3 solo games today for the Boston Battlegrounds, which is actually
Ah,
a sort of live event, sort of online event. It's taking place at Balance Patch in Boston, which is a live venue where we have, I believe, 30-ish players hanging out there. I can actually, I believe, show you the camera of them just a second. I'll replace Seal's face just for a moment so you guys
oh.
can see that. Sorry. But yeah, there it is. You can see actually the land setup that they've got. And all those players looking quite excited to be getting started in just a bit. So
Hmm.
hopefully we'll have some awesome games. Seal, how you been since the last cast?
I've been feeling pretty good, and thinking about venues like this, obviously, this we don't have 100 people gathered up in a room together. That would be incredibly rowdy. But just the idea that in the future we could be getting these esports events where usually we'd have, StarCraft 2v2, a lot of FPSs 5v5, that we're getting to a point where we are getting a 4v4, then add like 10 more to that. And we have to, we get to like just fill up a stadium full of all these pro players that they're all fighting each other. It's like, it's almost like too much to think about. Like
Yeah.
it's really cool that a game like this has gotten as far as it has sort of competitively, and that as at least as far as PUBG and esports go, we're gonna be getting some really, really interesting live events, with the IEM and all those kinds of events coming up soon.
I agree. The prospect of 100 PCs set up on stage, or whatever, a stage probably wouldn't fit it. So you'd have to figure out some creative venues. I think
To some,
some
it would be a logistical nightmare, but it
yeah.
excites me, someone who's not working on that problem right
Oh,
now.
for sure. I have run events for many years now. IGN Pro League, I believe 5 was probably the biggest production that we had. We had 40 PCs in a room for Shootmania, and we had
Oof.
60 in a room for StarCraft 2. But 100 in the same room still like it's just a whole nother set of problems. Like power supply even is hard to think about inside a building.
Short the
Uh,
entire stadium
yeah,
out.
no, totally. Like we had a bank of 6 computers just go at the same time, and everyone's just like, "What do we
Oh.
do?" Like, have to start over. Leave it. Have no other recourse, right? So, yeah, definitely a lot of logistical like nightmare problems involved in running an event of that scale. But this is a little smaller than that. As we said, probably
Mhm.
20 to 30 players actually at the live venue, and the rest of our players are. Hailing, of course, from the First Blood Discord community. So, thanks to
Mhm.
those guys for joining in the games as well. There will be some prizing, I
Yeah,
believe, for the live attendees.
I already see a couple of familiar faces showing up.
Okay.
I don't recognize anyone in the live venue, but a couple of people showed up at the previous Survival Sunday that First Blood hosted. Two of those names that I'm seeing right now are Light Show, who apparently, after following up with them on that, he was not aware that they were prizes, so he wasn't giving it his all, quote
I
unquote.
see. I
We'll see. We'll
see.
see if that's true today, how he performs. But the other guy,
Washout?
specifically the guy who got first place from the Survival Sunday, is here. Watch out.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm a little bit worried for these guys that might just be here for some fun and games PUBG. They're in the midst of a cold-blooded killer who also is, by the way, a professional at this
I
game.
was gonna say
He plays in PUBG Online, Awesome, and a couple of other pro leagues. This guy's this guy's gonna be pretty scary to deal with.
I did tune into one of your other broadcasts just to check it out, and of course, I'm still learning to observe and cast the game myself. Squads is a totally different monster than solos, so
Oh yeah.
I gotta tune in from time to time. And I did see Washout in one of those squad games, getting quite far. So, yeah, definitely gonna be paying attention to him throughout the day here, and a bunch of new names
Mhm.
too. So we could have some surprises. We could have some Boston locals just surprise us and end up taking the whole
Oh man,
thing.
wouldn't
But
that be an upset? Boston local takes out MOBA team star player. That's the team washouts part of
that's
that.
the
That
dream.
would be a really cool story, and it's really fun because in PUBG, especially these solo games, stuff like that can just happen. And if you know that you just killed someone like that, it's like, oh, I just killed Watchout.
Yeah,
I could be a pro.
that's
I'd
pretty
like to
funny.
see something like that happen here.
Yeah, I think I've had that sort of like brush with fame or whatever several times with Fatality specifically. Fatality loves to play all the new FPS games like I do, and we always seem to bump heads in the first like couple of weeks of new FPS games. But I've definitely taken down Fatality enough times. We're buddies now. We're both Vegas residents. I hang out time to time. But back then I was just like, yep, I owned Fatality at Shootmania. I'm the best.
It happened a time. I owed him once.
Yeah.
The similar thing happens actually in PUBG a lot because if you play PUBG, especially well, actually as any game mode, depending on what the pros prefer, differs from person to person as far as casual play goes. But there will be times where I'll just be playing with a couple of friends, just grinding matchmaking out for a little bit for fun, and then I'll see someone that I recognize in the kill feed, and they're always on the side of the killing. It's one of the pro plays. I think the last time this happened when I was watching a guy named Elected GG, and I was playing with one of my friends who was not a pro. He just we play the game for shiggles and nothing else, and then I noticed this player show up in the kill feed, and I was like, all right, Randall, we're gonna go hunt this pro down, and we're gonna see what happens. And we actually got a fair 2v2. And then we got pulverized. It was very fast. It was a very fast demise for us. But it's just funny how, because the games in PUBG are so big, it is relatively feasible just be finding guys that are just like, yeah, this guy plays for money constantly, and he's probably better than you, and you're just in the same game as him. So good luck.
I have killed and been killed by longtime friends in BR games. It's always amusing when you're like, what? Him? Like, really? Like, he killed me? I have to go to Twitter right now and clear this. Yeah, I've got to tweet him immediately for that injustice. But we do actually have game number 1 loaded. So thanks for bearing with us. Thanks for watching the stream today, guys. Hopefully more people will join us throughout the day. But we've got the Boston Battlegrounds game 1 loading up here. So I'll just click in-game here so we can watch the practice island. Everyone hanging around, punching each other in the face is always a good time. But first map is going to be Erangel.
And also good note here. Yeah, so we're on Erangel here for game 1. Miramar's going to be game 2. And then we're going back to Erangel for game 3. So going to be switching up the maps quite a bit here. And with this less than normal player count, I'm wondering how people are going to sort of react to that. I would look at that and say, okay, I'm going for every single crate ever, because if there's less people to contest those crates, I'll just be getting them, and then hopefully within 5 minutes I'll have a 249 and all on my back. But if everyone thinks that, then it's going to be a little bit scary. Yeah. So we'll see if some early fights happen on those crates.
Yeah, sometimes you see a crate and you're thinking, there's no way anyone's around here. I dropped so far away from the plane, there's no chance anyone else is going to be going for this, and suddenly you get there and your head falls off because someone has just been camping it exactly the same as you were. So we'll see in about 40 seconds players will start to drop, but Player Unknown's Battlegrounds, have they got anything coming up for the game? Any announcements? I know, like, obviously the big map, Miramar, got some changes recently, but I don't know what's on the docket. Do you have any idea?
I'm pretty sure they just released a roadmap. I didn't actually check on it because I heard a lot. I heard a lot of people memeing about it. So it's just like, oh, it's probably just not information. It's like my interpretation was the roadmap of a roadmap that was recently announced, and I was like, okay.
Here's our roadmap. We're doing stuff later.
Yeah, but apparently there's more information. I'm pretty sure there's a map in development. So don't take my word for it. Just go check them on, search for it on Twitter.
Hey,
figure out what
I would totally do it.
Don't know. Yeah, that'd be well. Yeah, I probably wouldn't be able to.
As many maps as many maps.
The idea of that.
So we do have our first flight path here now. You can see we have 38 players total. So again, a pretty scant field compared to the 100 solos that you would normally see. We got our first person dropping out is going to be Coroni, and the rest sort of fluttering out from there. Looks like a few people headed to
not
Visaya.
The early drops.
Vasanaya, excuse me.
Looks like no one really going to Stalberg or Meshi. Well, actually, looks like Coroni might be heading up that way after realizing that no one else was here. Pretty popular early game strat for a lot of players that are trying to go safe is just to get away from the flight plan, get away from everything. Go to your Stalbergs, go to your Zarkis, go to your unnamed compound that no one has been to in 20 years, even though the game's only been out for less than a month. Don't worry about that. But it looks like right now, most of the players, kind of using that strat. We see a couple of guys went pretty far from the flight plan. A couple more still trying to get to Primorsk in a lot of these cities. And it's still looking like that despite our lower player count, we're still going to be having a couple of early game fights. If I'm looking at the kill feed correctly, I think a guy just died in his
Oh
parachute.
no. Hopefully not. Let's see. Where are
Oh
our
no.
players? Here's. How do you pronounce that?
Yeah, I
Valmec
see a
Killer,
skull and
maybe?
crossbones on the minimap to our south, one of those or on the outside of one of those apartment buildings.
Let's see. Oh, the
Yeah.
skull. The
Someone
skull.
died
There it
in their
is.
shoot, I think.
Yeah. How did they die? Oh, like a mislanding.
Yeah, probably fell off the
Wow.
roof of that apartment based on where the body is. I don't
I don't
know
even see the
quite where it
body.
is,
Yeah, I
but
can't. I'm having trouble locating it.
I think it's over here next to the apartment.
Either way, we've got other
Oh yeah, I
action
see
to
it.
watch.
It's on that wall. It's on that wall. Oh, no, another person just died for real
Oh
though.
no, we've got fights breaking out. Try and let this scenery load here. As
Yeah,
we've
looks like we have
got
quite a few people
behind
over
us
here in Watertown.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one player, Dark Shadow, who's over here. He's not too close to the fighting here. There's two players pretty close to each other on the southeast side. We
Oh,
see
here we go.
Dark Knight's
Giblaz and
already
Dark
taken some
Knight.
damage, and Giblaz on the high ground. Dark Knight's in a pretty rough spot, low meds, and he's running towards another player that I'm not sure if he is aware that Death Shadow's over here.
They are decently far apart, but yeah, he is running toward danger without realizing it at the moment. And Giblaz, if he was the one who got those shots on Dark Knight, he's for sure. Yeah, he looks like he's going to be trying to scope him out. Perhaps now, still just doing some.
Let's
looting.
go about
Oh, he
with the
sees him
Saiga.
still there. He's right in his vision. So Giblaz could hunt him
Might not
down
have been
potentially.
I'm not sure what Giblaz has though right now. We can see that he has a level 2 backpack. We see that he's a Saiga, and I think that's it. That might not have been Giblaz shooting. You don't
possible.
deal that kind of damage with the Saiga at that range.
That's a good point.
That might have been someone else.
Yeah, maybe he took some fall damage. We have no idea, right? Someone died from fall damage already, so it's certainly possible.
That's true.
All right, let's hop around a little bit somewhere else. We see our circle now. Washout is dead center of it, so that's a perfect spot for him.
Dead center and in melee, a very aggressive play. Already looks like he's found some quarry as well. I think that based on the mini, they're shooting between these two apartment buildings. Currently, they're ghosty goos, but yep, there you go. Washout is
they're actually on the
little
ceilings,
bit
yeah.
of a battle. And Luffy is on the losing side of this engagement, Joshy.
Yeah, he's apparently reeling already under half health, and Washout seems to have him pinned down. Still returning fire, though, is Luffy.
Oh.
Nice shots there. Washout taking a little bit of damage, but Luffy is going to go down.
All right, well, Washout doing what he does, already having one kill in this game. I think that he's one of the only two players that currently have a kill here in this game. And with that kill, he will be able to get all of that military loot. He's been looting here for quite a while,
There's only
unless,
one other
who is
player.
that, Geoff? Is that this guy's name? Jeff?
Giomo.
Giomo? I was going to say, let's have something to say about it, but he's might have seen the
taken
kill
off.
feed. He heard the shots and is saying, I want to get more than 35th place this game.
Let's go
And
back
is
to Watertown.
driving this UAZ very far away.
Watertown still has a few combatants in it. Here's Dark Knight still looting things. Pardon the loading of the buildings, everyone. That's just a feature, not a bug. Giblaz and Death Shadow are over here, very close to each other now. Giblaz still just looting freely. Death Shadow
Ooh.
tucked inside.
What can Death Shadow see? He's on the roof. He's somewhere in this building. He's on the second floor. He
So he knows
definitely
Giblaz
knows
is there.
that Giblaz is somewhere over here. And with the 4x as well, he should be able to hit any shots as long as he spots target. Oh, there it is. 1, 2. Only landing 2, 3.
Oh, but he got it!
And there she gets that kill.
Through the
Giblaz making a
window.
huge error and not ducking when he got in that building.
Excellent play there from Death Shadow. Let's see if we can pop over to someone else battling it out. I see a little bit of damage taken. That was probably just fall damage hopping out the window there. No, he's... It sounds like
No,
Death Shadow may have spotted him there. No, looks like he's going to continue looting. Okay, they're pretty far away from each other still. A couple of buildings over.
looking over here, we have seen the bottom left that Death Shadow actually has 2 kills. So he has gotten both of the downs here in Watertown. There's only one player left, but judging by his current gear and how effective he's been at fighting, this might be a guy that will be able to contest with some of our stronger players. Actually finding a Kar 98 as well, definitely a very good gun to have in solos. That one-shot potential is huge here.
Excuse me, a little sensitive on the scroll wheel there. I see some people mentioning Moonwolf as someone to potentially watch, so I'm trying to look around for him. I see a Moon Ride.
Yeah.
Let's see if he's in the list here. I don't see a Moonwolf. Well,
Maybe he meant Moonride.
maybe.
Or maybe he's already dead.
Maybe he's already dead. Who knows?
It's possible.
All right. Either way, let's
All right,
we've
well,
got some more action around the map.
Ooh,
people grabbing
B-Cash on the
vehicles.
northeast side of the zone. Looks like he's found our first
Oh
crate.
yeah, let's take a look
I wonder
over
what's
there.
going to be inside of this.
Let's get rid of this and find out.
I'd say this is a pretty good strat, but I'm wondering if anyone else is going to come over to try and grab this. A crate's still pretty high up in the sky. Players that are in the farm area can definitely see this, and this is a spot that you have to go through. Oh yeah, look at that on the minimap. A player coming directly toward a B-Cash,
catch it.
driving on in.
Oh, they're fighting already.
Well, Scrub's running right now. He does not have his gun out. He's driving away in that buggy. He does not want to be here anymore. But those are some pretty rough shots. Scrub getting
he's
behind
taking shots from somewhere else.
North, up the hill. It's Light Show.
Yeah, so we got a three-way battle for the first crate. I told you, it's even though there's less players, someone definitely is going to be watching over every single crate.
Light Show got one. That buggy that was driven by, Light Show finished off, and now he's going for the kill into B cash as well. Light Show, once again, one of our semi-pro players. He's getting caught out in the open, but it doesn't even matter. 2 quick headshots sends B cash back behind the tree.
Nice stuff there. I really want to see what's in this crate now that they're battling over. So let's get over there and figure it out. We've got an M249, 15x scope, and a helmet.
That's a really good crate right there.
Excellent. So yeah, so Light Show will definitely benefit from that if he can manage to finish off B cash, who is quite low on health.
He only has bandages, no first aid kit, so he's not gonna be able to get this heal off. Actually, only not a reloaded AK either, so maybe low on ammo as well. Really rough spot, but he is landing damage just on one shot. Only one more bullet.
Very, very close. He has only one more bullet. Oh God.
Oh no, he has 5 rounds. Okay. He only needs to land one more. So
I see.
Poor wording on my part.
I see. That would be a really tough task, I guess. Let's see. Oh, I don't know how I jumped to Mr. Joxy. Oh, that's unfortunate. Let's see if I can get back over there quick.
Oh,
come on,
Observer. We're in Watertown.
Come on, Observer.
Or needs not.
Come on. B-Cash. We're back on B-Cash. We got it. We got there eventually. Light Show and B-Cash still just dueling it out. There's that box.
B-Cash has 5 bullets left, not reloading.
Light Show's on it. He's on it.
Getting him on the side. He misses again. And now this time he definitely only has 1 round left. That could have been an easy kill onto Light Show, but he just whiffed a few too many shots. Was Light Show able to grab that 249 though? That's what I'm wondering.
I don't think he's got it yet. I don't know if he opened the box just yet. I think he was channeling it, perhaps.
Either way, it is a long reload.
Yeah, but he's got much more health, much more ammo available compared to B-Cash.
Yeah, Light Show's playing this super passively. I don't think he realized how poor of a position that B-Cash is in. You remember, in this early game phase, in this scenario, these guys have only had maybe a few minutes. They've been fighting for the majority of this game. And actually, Light Show, ignoring the crate, it looks like that he didn't like what he saw. A lot of players not actually preferring the 249. They're wrong.
They're wrong.
But it is an opinion that some people have for some reason. And it looks like Light Show has had enough. Doesn't want to die this early.
Yeah, well, then B-Cash 420 might just actually profit from this. Light Show's still on top of the hill, but he doesn't really have the same angle.
He's getting out of here.
Yeah, it looks like Light Show's taken off. B-Cash, he'll figure it out eventually. Our circle is going to eventually close in on all these guys. You can see everyone making their way south now, finally. Coroni, specifically, was our farthest north. He's got a vehicle.
Ooh. I'm looking at the west.
No, he's not. Never mind.
Nah, he's driving away. But on that map, Josh, I was looking at that west bridge for a second, and I think the west bridge, a pretty common area for bridge campers. And I saw 2 people that were near that situation. I think it's O'Connell and
water here.
Another one. Oh yeah.
I didn't mean to click that deep. We got.
Actually, oh yeah, another on the eastern bridge as well.
Oh, the other bridge.
Is he getting across this bridge?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but yeah, over here, O'Connell.
Pelka's fine. We're gonna check the other bridge. Yeah, my bad. Let's see. Where are we at? Where'd you drop me? There it is.
O'Connell. All right, yeah. So O'Connell's running across this bridge, but it looks like that player that was just bridge camping in the compound to the north is not actually gonna spot him.
Moonride?
So O'Connell is just gonna skirt on by on foot, and Moonride will be none the wiser here.
Yeah. So Moonride's just chilling. He is playing gatekeeper though, for sure. He's got that position, ready to open fire on anyone.
Not a very good one apparently.
No,
but
it's pretty open.
He's trying.
Yeah.
One player already slipped by.
Yeah. Oh for 1, but you know, maybe we'll snag somebody. Let's see if we can locate some more folks. I see a kind of heavy concentration still over here. So one thing I wanted to point out with that crate was that B-Cash I think gave up because I think he assumed Light Show grabbed the goods and ran. So neither of the players got the crate.
Absolutely. He saw Light Show on the crate. He saw Light Show looting, and now Light Show, by the way, found a boat. I think is going across via the water to the south. So he's just swimming it himself. Yeah. But ooh,
again,
yeah, to the east of Light Show on the bridge, a player's driving across. I'm wondering if anyone this game is going to camp on the bridge.
Okay, we're talking.
I feel like it'll definitely happen because we're already. Yeah, this is the eastern one, but we're already at the point in time where any kill you get is going to be pretty important for securing your surroundings, right? So if you get a kill and lower that number from 20 to 19, there's just one more person pretty early in the game that just isn't going to be on your side of the circle. So if you get 2, 3, 4 kills all on your side, then you can be pretty sure, especially in the late game, that you've probably killed everyone near you.
That's fair, yeah. And that's a hard assumption, though, because sometimes people will just pop out at you. You figure
That's
you
true.
cleared the whole area.
But
So-
it is a fact that the more people you kill, the less there
Yes,
are, Joshy.
indeed, indeed.
So
Matt, can't
what
argue
that means
math.
is less people kill you.
Can't argue with that math. All right, so Defiant Dota is going to just cruise across the bridge here. It looks like there is someone over at the other, and he's honking the horn, too. He's saying, hey, come fight me, Tricky Gremlin. And Tricky Gremlin hears the call. There's also someone to the left over there. Oh, no. Let's spacebar out. Defiant's just going to cruise past
Who died
this.
here? Oh, looks like Tricky
They might
Gremlin
have a
recently got a
fight.
kill, but Dota stopping right here. He's not
He's
this occupied and will get punished for it. Gremlin with just their pretty good ears.
Maybe that's why you don't
making
honk
sure
the
he's in a
horn.
good spot to punish Defiant Dota.
Yeah, maybe that's why you don't announce your presence as you're cruising across the bridge. Maybe someone's waiting for you on the other end. Fenway Fist is over here looting. I'm not sure he heard any of that action, but Tricky Gremlin happy to get the kill and the gear, as well as a free vehicle nearby if he wants to make use of it. Let's go ahead and tab back out. Where else might some battling? Oh, B-Cash actually back in some conflict over here. Jaeger Mike mid two Prince right next to each other. Jaeger Mike is inside a building. It just needs to render here. He's bandaging up. B-Cash 420 is right outside, but there is another player like in the same building as him currently.
Jaeger Mike getting pretty greedy. He has a first aid kit, but he's deciding instead to use bandages when there is a player inside of his building. He's just holding sort of the pump action shotgun. One shot could make or break him.
Let's see if we can find this other player.
It looks like
No,
I think he's on the first floor.
I think Thick Scratch left.
Wait, he's
Oh, no,
still
there he is.
here.
Oh, mid two Prince gets popped from
but someone
B-Cash.
killed him.
B-Cash actually snuck up on him. Dang it, spectator. Why do you do this to me? How did it get to this guy? Let's go back. Okay, they're over here. Jaeger Mike, B-Cash 420, and now Thick Scratch, all getting very close to each other. B-Cash did pop Jaeger Mike, or not, excuse me, not Jaeger Mike, the other one, and looted him already. Jaeger Mike is very low on health, though, and B-Cash has actually maybe improved his lot here. I don't know if he
It is very curious that the players of the building isn't healing, though. He's at one shot. One round from B-Cash's M16 will end Jaeger Mike in his current state, but he's just not healing.
That was close. Close shot there. All right, let's see if Jaeger Mike has the goods to actually heal. How did this happen? Anyway, the circle's moving in. You can see the circle here. Dark Knight is making some moves to get closer to where his end destination actually is. Let's see. We do have a lot of people crossing the bridge right now.
At the exact same time, a lot of players saying, okay, just go in with the shrink and it'll be fine.
Here's
but
Flobus.
Everyone thought that, so it's totally not fine. We're going to see Tricky Gremlin get a second kill here.
Yeah, he's still on top. Flobus just reeling into the
crashing
building there. Let's watch Tricky Gremlin's POV since he did have the high ground. I think Flobus is ready to fight him. He actually hopped out of the vehicle there. Someone just died nearby actually as well. Washout just killed O'Connell just south of them, I believe.
Flobus here on the first floor, holding this outside edge. Gremlin making a little bit of noise. He's not crouch walking. He's just walking while standing up, which is quite loud. Meanwhile, Flobus, he's got the suppressor, but he ain't exactly quiet right now. But he does have an M4, one of the best close range, or just best rifles in the game. Holding the first floor right here, but I'm not even sure if he's aware of Tricky Gremlin right now. He's definitely enough noise, but Flobus is more concerned about his outside.
What did he just toss?
Got a smoke grenade out there for some reason. Maybe that will make a lot of noise. Maybe he's trying to use it to obscure his footsteps.
So Tricky is basically just a room and a doorway away from Flobus here. Tricky knows Flobus is there, obviously, so he's trying not to make any noise. Fenway Fist is actually relatively nearby, but these two are just basically on top of each other.
Looks like Flobus is content to just camp here, not going to be pushing anytime soon. He knows something weird's going on, but he also knows that he's in the zone. The new zone, that being said, will pop up, and neither of these guys really care, Joshy.
Yeah, at the moment, they're relatively fine. Looks like some people are taking some damage from the storm. Someone just died over here. Fenway Fist walks into Tricky Gremlin first before Flobus. So Flobus knows for dang sure exactly where Tricky Gremlin is now. He's going to make a move. This could be dangerous. Yeah, maybe not. Got more shots ringing out. Young, perhaps, over there, taking some shots. Who's he taking shots at? Neptuno.
Oh yeah, I think he's
over on the hill. So we have four players.
Neptuno just killed Thick Scratch, and it looks like Young is trying to make sure that he can try to punish some looting. But there is a big road, and if he gets peeked from that hill right now, that'll be really bad here for Young. There's no cover here.
Well, that's a tough name to say. Young and Neptuno are having a little bit of a duel. Neptuno's going to grab the loot.
He just doesn't see that.
He doesn't see him. Oh, but we may have action over here again. Flobus, Tricky Gremlin, and Young all in close proximity again. Tricky does have health now.
I don't know if you're going to be enjoying this fight, Yuri. I don't think you know what you're getting into here, buddy.
Flobus sees him. Flozum definitely spotted him running down there. Neptuno's on the hill right there in his vision, too. Flobus is in deep trouble, I think, surrounded by this many players, unless he can get the shots. Oh, Yuriyoung taking some damage.
On the bright side, they're not on the same team.
How? Bcash 420? I hate you. Anyway, I don't really hate you. I hate the game. Anyway, who just died there? Yuriyoung died to Neptuno from the hill. Ooh, free shots into the house as well. Flobus taking a couple of nicks, but Neptuno also going to take some damage. He's going to lay flat for the time being. Tricky Gremlin and Flobus may have actually made the move. Yes, Flobus goes down. Tricky Gremlin finally makes his move after Flobus gets distracted by Neptuno. My God.
Look at the
Someone
meds of this man.
Kizza Soze drowned?
Oh, no. He might have gotten... Yeah, he was one of the swimmers. He got caught in the play zone, and hopefully it was because he didn't think he would make it in, but either way, he's dead in the water. A lot of guys probably playing a little bit too passive. By the way, I just want to direct your attention to Washout, who's on the west side of the zone right now. He has been looting military bases this entire game. What kind of gear does this guy have at this point?
We'll take a look at him here.
Helmet at least. M4 with a suppressor. Current day with an 8x. This man has everything he could possibly want besides
he's landing damage on Moonride already from a mile away. And Rock City Rock is right there as well. Rock City Rick, excuse me. Also taking just one little dink there. So Washout,
mechanical player here, but he's a little bit far away. I don't care how good you are mechanically. Those are some long range shots you're making. And if someone just serpentines a little bit, then they can just avoid shots easily. But over here, I think these guys have to worry about each other more than
they're right next to each other. I saw Moonride take some damage. I figured it was from Rock City Rick and not Washout, but they are very close proximity again. The circle is going to be right on them here. So they are playing the ride the circle strategy here. There's another guy circumcised. Is actually his handle. He's going to be running around in the base as well here. Ooh, Rick just takes another.
Washout hit him.
Oh, someone in the back. Yeah, Moonride actually got a Moonride.
And wait, that might have been from under the fence, actually. Those fences do not shield your shins. And with Moonride,
he was around this.
It's a little bit hard to tell, but either way, he did get the finishing shot at the very least. We'll be getting kill credit for that. He only has 1 minute to move, though, in the new zone that we have. They're on the blue edge. They have to go quite a long ways away. Pretty much fighting through the entire military base.
Oh, who was that? Light Show killed Bcash finally. That was a long.
Well, I feel like that finally has a little bit of disdain on it.
that was a long due fight, right? They were at that crate a year ago, and neither of them ended up taking it. Finally, Light Show does end up killing him anyway. Like 10 minutes later, we have 10 alive.
Funny how that works out.
10 alive. So Tricky Gremlin, Neptuno, Light Show, Mr. Joy, Fixit, Kev Blah. Washout, Mathematics. We got Moonride and Circumcised actually very close to each other still. And it is going to give me the correct click this time. Moonride just right behind Circumcised.
A lot of obstruction, though. It's going to be pretty hard to actually see each other through all of the meth of this military base. Moonride, a lot of these barrels, a lot of those cisterns, tanks, whatever they are, in the way.
He sees them now.
They're probably going to be
100%. Right in his view. Trying to take some shots. Looks like he hasn't landed any yet. There's a big chunk of health. Oh, man, he's laying into him, but he only got him down to about half.
We're down a little bit too rough to use at that range.
And Washout is actually pretty close by Circumcised as well, so I fear for that guy's life in the...
Oh, yeah, Washout heard that. He's coming. He knows that there's at least 2 players over here because Washout hears shots that aren't aimed at him.
Let's see if
it might be peeking over here soon, but
looks like he's had it on.
Oftentimes, pros are pros because discretion is the better part of valor.
Totally.
That decision making, maybe even more so than that mechanical skill, could be what got a lot of these guys in. Just letting these 2 guys duke it out.
All right, Moonride moving forward here on Circumcised, trying to find the target. Sees him. He's actually in his vision. He was in his vision.
They didn't see each other.
Oh, no. He let that slip. That could have been an easy kill, shooting him in the back there. Circumcised is very, very close by, though. We're going to definitely run into each other in a moment. Footsteps might even be heard at this point. No, he's going to continue running. Giono's right over there as well, getting closer to the action. Tricky, Gremlin still in the mix. Mathematics hanging out way on the edge. Now the circle is moving in once again. And we will get a new one in just a moment. Oh, shots ringing out. Moonride's out in the open. He's freaking out, but it's actually... Washout, I believe, and Circumcised both perhaps getting in. No, it was just Circumcised. I think he found Moonride finally. And there it goes, Circumcised getting the kill onto Moonride. Is he going to go straight for the loot? Washout actually heard that. He's approaching as well.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go ahead and take Washout's POV.
Now that he knows
oh, he's shooting right
he
at
finds
him.
him out, getting a lot of quick shots. Look at that recoil compensation, hitting shot after shot.
Definitely a good job there by Washout. Now the circle's all the way left, so Washout's in a perfect spot again. He has barely had to move this game.
Oh my goodness. And look on the northwest side, though, that's what I'm worried about, because these players have to fight out of this forest and cross a lot of open terrain to get into this military base. We see Light Show as well as, I think that's
Mathematics.
Oh, that's cool. That's a cool name. Mathematics spelled wrong. I like it.
Yeah. I think
he's
Light
holding
Show's
this hill, though, and
stalking
Light Show. Yeah, Light Show's coming up right from behind. And the thing with this hill is that if Light Show kills Mathematics, then he has a very, very big hill to play off of. You can move easily here. You can see a lot. But, oh, Mathematics coming back. Will Light Show be prepared?
Mathematics heard,
You
or
barely
is
can't see him.
perhaps just playing safe, but he must
Oh,
hear
now
it
he did. Now
yeah.
he did.
Okay, Light Show versus Mathematics. Let's see how they can kind of position themselves. Light Show's on the low ground, so he definitely cannot peek out. Like, Mathematics just has him. He has him stuck.
Yeah, this little berm is just the only thing between these two players. But Light Show, I think that with Light Show just stopping all his movement as well, that he might have these players might have heard each other. That being said, zone is going to shrink soon, and that will be forcing some movement, even though they are on the short side of the zone.
Well, at this point, they're just waiting it out for the circle to start moving, I guess. Mathematics has turned around. He's sprinting away. He doesn't want to wait around any longer. Of course, he needs to secure his own survival. Now, he's just grabbing a better position. Yeah, that's even better. Now he can look down at Light Show.
Ooh, this could be good.
Oh, this could be perfect for Mathematics if he spots him, but he doesn't. He's going to continue
Light Show just still is a statue. Now Mathematics is getting into the zone, but little does he know that there's more players over here on the north side.
Yeah, Neptuno and Light Show, are about to run into each other. He sees Light Show. He takes aim. He's waiting. He's taking his moment. Moving forward, creeping forward. He's got...
Oh, I think he might have missed his moment, though.
He may have. Oh, they're close combat corner. Oh, Light Show takes...
Oh, but he got spotted out.
And Neptuno eventually dies to Mathematics, who did have the superior position that entire time. Washout's on the low ground. But where did Mathematics end up? Oh, he's behind me still. Long-range shots.
On this little hill, yeah. So I think that a lot of players making that so passive, when you know that a player is present and you intentionally don't take the fight, it just leaves so much time for other people to just roll up here, especially when you're on that little edge where players have to move that much. A lot of people like camping there. So if you're a newcomer to that kind of zone, it's really, really, really important to make sure that you're not just keyholed in on one thing. And that's exactly what happened to Light Show, losing that fight versus Neptuno, then Neptuno getting finished off with Mathematics.
Okay, so Mathematics definitely makes the best of an interesting situation. He could have been pounced on by Light Show way earlier, but was able to maintain that high ground and eventually pounce on Neptuno there. Washout got plenty of room on his own. There's another crate here.
I'll actually give the opposite of the zone. He has to go the far way here. This crate, will it be played? I'm not sure. It does provide some good cover, though.
It's got
on the inside, it's an AUG.
15x.
It's a little bit later than 15x, though.
All right, well, still some goodies for somebody who might want it. Washout might be cautiously approaching, or at least watching to see if others do. The new circle is provided here as well. We can zoom in there. Tricky Gremlin is the only one inside the zone. And Mr. Joy.
Yeah, and Gremlin's in a building. One of the only ones. You might be able to spot out Mathematics on the way in. Mathematics is going to need to hit some really good shots on that north side in order to claim that compound for himself.
Well, here's Giomo. We haven't given him a whole lot of looks just yet. Oh, Tricky Gremlin might actually see Mathematics out there in the woods. I think
it's an open field, so especially once he gets out of the woods, it'll be easy for Gremlin if he ends up watching the right way. It's a big problem in solos. There's just too much to look at sometimes.
True, and I think Mr. Joy Fixit.
Like you could see Washout right there, but he just didn't actually shoot at him.
Giomo does find Mr. Joy Fixit in time. They returns fire, and Mr. Joy Fixit gets the kill instead. Congratulations to him. Top 4 now secured. Tricky Gremlin and Mathematics are getting close quarters now. Very, very...
Mathematics got in. The open field is now out, so Mathematics can just sit here prone and sit here for as long as he wants. The ball is now in kind of both these guys' court. If you're in this house, you do not want someone just camping on the outside. It's so awkward.
So, yeah, Mathematics and Tricky Gremlin very, very close by. I think they're both aware of each other. Washout getting closer and closer. Mr. Joy Fixit did get that kill on Giomo, and that's all we've got left here. So, could be Mathematics or Tricky Gremlin perhaps fighting next. Yeah, Tricky Gremlin taking some shots somewhere.
Maybe. It looks like that Mathematics not as keen on taking a head-on fight as he as it might seem. He's just getting the other building, not going to be playing outside here, trying to get it as defensible and center spot as he can here, even if it does mean having a neighbor. But the new zone is going to be showing itself, and is that play going to be worth it?
Washout.
Not really.
In the
Washout
circle
getting the zone
again.
that time.
What a lucky duck.
Absolutely, definitely having some pretty good zones for him.
Mr. Joy Fix-It working his way closer and closer, still playing cautiously though, lots of cover. And the other two players are now approaching the circle. We've got Mathematics moving his way in. Pretty safely, actually. It doesn't look like Tricky Gremlin tried to pursue him just yet.
Yeah, but the thing is that Mathematics that knows that someone is here, and if you're intentionally leaving someone behind, then someone's just going to shoot you in the back. Oh, but look at here. Is Fix-It going to see Washout? Do we see him
Washout
moving?
sees him first!
Oh, no.
Washout nails it! Too bad, so sad. Mr. Joy Fix-It is now Mr. Dead. 4 kills for Washout as he approaches the top 3 placing here. Tricky Gremlin and Mathematics still pretty close by each other, opposite of Washout, who is in the circle and in a high ground covered position.
Oh my goodness. What an amazing spot for Washout to be right now. Even if Mathematics, or even if one of these two players
there they go.
does take a fight,
That was fast.
which Mathematics does, getting a quick set of headshots. It's 1v1. Washout heard those shots, and now there's an open parking lot that Mathematics has to run through in order to get to the white. Zone shrinking right now is the moment of truth.
All right, just bandaging up here, trying to get back to full for this 1v1 situation. Washout, we saw already, had a pretty good position covered. Shots ringing out already, so Mathematics hits the deck slightly there. Trying to...
Weave.
He's trying to get in closer, but he took half his health already. Let's watch Washout's POV.
That car's not in. Washout has the rifle. His Forex trained, but oh, look at that! It looks like Mathematics was able to find a overturned bus or something to hide behind. Washout will not be able to overwatch that, and actually going in for a flank. Mathematics healing will not even know this is coming.
Yeah, Mathematics probably lost the position during that healing. Another Ranger stand here? That's perfect for Washout. That's exactly what he needs, that cover and that high angle. But there is, yeah, that overturned bus or whatever it is, truck, is providing some cover. He can't shoot through that. And damage is starting to come in now on Washout finally, maybe the first time this game, as he's been playing phenomenally. Mathematics, though, again, that return fire is going to cripple him. Grenade going in. Can we get the grenade kill? Mathematics does.
He's got a lot of frags!
He's got a lot of frags, yeah. He's chucking them all out. Oh, and he does a ton of damage! Mathematics getting quite low. He just used his health packs as well, I believe. He got up to 75 health or whatever it was. There, he used another one.
Still has one more first aid kit after this one.
Let's see now. Oh! Very close, but very low on health here. Washout.
That's the last one.
Barely taking any damage. Let's see if we can get it done. Washout has the advantage, I believe, still.
Yeah, the problem is that Mathematics is just losing these peeking battles. That being said, Mathematics does have a lot of interesting ways to peek here. A lot of like little nooks that Washout just might not see, but this guy knows what he's doing, Josh. There's no other way to put it.
Yeah, Mathematics, I got to give it to him for hanging in there this long, you know, in a 1v1 situation. He's got 2 kills of his own as well. So
that's pretty aggressive.
He's actually visible from here. Yeah, he would be.
Playing the most terrifying game of whack-a-mole that he's ever had to do in his entire life.
I want to watch Washout again just because he's been so precise. I do believe
and Washout's actually in the zone here again. Mathematics is going to get forced out. He was not playing this aggressively enough, did not get enough damage into Washout. The zone moving on in, but Washout getting hit here.
Shooting the fence.
Blocking shots.
Armor. That's the best armor. Terrain.
Mathematics moving in. On the left. I think he's not
shooting
in
under
the zone.
The car. He shot him in the feet.
HP.
Washout has 2 HP. 1 HP. He's using that first aid kit. Man, Mathematics really giving him a struggle here. I like it. Oh, man, these angles.
The left zone, but
fantastic
Mathematics
kill.
is standing still for a few seconds too long. This is all that Washout needed. We saw it happen 2 or 3 times today. Washout was able to, even with the Forex, have some insane recoil composition, just putting shot after shot in the exact same spot with that suppressed M4.
All right, so Washout takes first place with 5 kills. Fantastic for the scoring system, of course. It is a sliding scale across 3 games. Your better position gives you way more points, and of course kills matter as well. So Washout already just asserting his dominance here in the first game on Erangel. Mathematics, very, very well done to stay alive till the end. Only 2 kills for him. Tricky Gremlin still in the mix, of course, with those 4 kills. He was the gatekeeper on that bridge. Managed to snag a couple of there, snag a couple at the end of the game. Mr. Joy Fix-It only got the 1 kill onto Giomo toward the very end of the game. Neptuno, actually another one to watch as well with 4 kills. And the rest of the field, it gets pretty scant after that. only a couple of kills between the remaining 30 players.
Yeah, I mean, Neptuno killed Light Show, and like I kept saying, Light Show's he's a semi-pro player, so good shooting from Neptuno to actually able to get that there.
True, true. Yeah, I believe, was it Mathematics that did the cleanup over there? I believe it was. Yep. Yeah, good tactics from him. So we'll just go through the rest of the scores here. You can see the last 10 players there, only 1 kill among them. Some people, you know, fell from their parachute and died. Some people drowned, but they won't do that again, right?
It depends on if we get a zone with there's water in it. But where there's water, there will be water boys. And where there are water boys,
there are drowners.
There will be drowners.
All right, we're going to exit the match. I'm going to set up lobby number 2. So, again, thank you to the folks watching at home. Appreciate you. You're watching the Boston Battlegrounds presented by FirstBlood. I'm Ask Joshi, casting with Lil Fuzzy Seal. We've got 20 or 30 live players in the venue. Again, I can show you. We do have a camera there, so I'll just focus that real quick. You can see all of them watching the end of the stream now as there is a 5-minute delay. They are watching it unfold in front of them.
Oh, that's awesome.
I like it. That's pretty cool. Man, lands are so fun.
That's hurting my head thinking about that. The players that are at the venue are watching the stream on a 5-minute delay. Okay, I think I got it.
It's pretty cool. But yeah, they're watching the events unfold that they actually just took place in. That's pretty interesting. But yeah, they're just glued to the screen there. Okay, well, either way, we've got a few minutes for sure before we can start the next game. So we're going to go ahead and just jump to a break, put on some lovely music for you folks, and we'll be back in roughly 5 to 10 minutes, hopefully quicker the better. So don't go anywhere, or if you do go somewhere, just get yourself a snack and get ready for game number 2. We'll be back in just a few minutes. All right, sorry guys, 5 more minutes. I can see the footage of them in the venue, and they are still taking some time. So we're gonna start that timer over. My bad. It's all on them. They're taking a break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here for more Boston Battlegrounds. It's going to be Game 2 on the other map, Miramar, this time around. I'm Ask Joshy, casting with Seal, and the first game we saw Washout take it down. He was the player we were expecting to see do well, so he did take down our Survival Sunday just about 10 days ago. We've got another one coming up this Sunday, by the by, on this very same channel. Washout I do expect to play again, because why not if he just keeps winning everything. But Mathematics and Tricky Gremlin also doing quite well there. We had a couple of nice plays throughout, but those were definitely the ones that shone the most. But Miramar, different map, different location, could be completely different ball game altogether.
Yeah, of the non-pro players, I was kind of looking for some of the bigger powerhouses that were showing themselves. Neptuno and Mathematics, probably the two guys that are the stronger shooters. We saw some good positioning from a couple other guys in the finals, but we saw them just get easily wiped by the mechanically superior Washout and Mathematics a lot of the time. But there were a lot of times where there's just, straight up 1v1s on the edge, and the guys that were consistently winning those, that is Neptuno, Mathematics a couple times when it happened in game 1 that I saw. Those are the guys we're looking at here in game 2 and 3.
Okay, so we've got now our spotlights sort of figured out. I apologize for the tricky spectating again. Until you've done this spectating in this client, you just really don't understand the trouble that happens. Basically, it just likes to send you across the map from time to time. But toward the end of the game, I think we got it cleaned up there, and now I'm a little bit better at it. Again, this is only my second time spectating this game, so please do bear with us. It'll only get better from here. I've been observing esports since 2010, so I feel like I'll be able to get a grip eventually. Thick Scratch running around here, the practice island. You can see everyone again just enjoying the sun out in Miramar before the bloodshed begins.
All right, yeah. So, what is your opinion of this map here, Joshy? Because it's got that desert aesthetic compared to the Ukraine for Erangel.
I do like the aesthetic, for sure.
How do you like this map?
It's very wide open comparatively. A lot of the regions are just, if you don't have a vehicle, you just find yourself running through desert a lot of the time. But a lot of these sort of canyonous valleys and things like that can be tricky. Sometimes you'll get like a crate drop right above you, and you have to walk 10 miles around to get to it. There's just a lot of interesting terrain, and I do like the variety that it provides compared to Erangel.
Honestly, in my opinion, especially on the south side, it actually is quite beautiful. Like, there's a lot of really cool scenic landscape that we can see. Like this road over here on the left, I've never been over here, but like with the giant canyon on the left, this small mountain on the right, a little quaint dirt trail just running up into the mountains up to this little warehouse. I've never been here before, but it's adorable, man.
Yeah, who knows? There'll be places you discover eventually when the circle ends there, right? And never before. Because the map is just so massive. Like, look, as we go up into the sky, all of this is in play, right? So it's definitely, it makes sense that you're not going to be able to see absolutely everything, even in 20, 30, 40 hours of play sometimes. So looks like we will be starting up in just a moment. Where is that plane going to be coming from?
Looks like coming from the east side, going over Paraiso, Los Leones, Chumacera, and Val del Mar. Couple of the bigger, actually some of the biggest cities in right now. We're probably going to be seeing a lot of players dropping in those particular spots, as well as Picado. People always drop Picado, but there's a Picado, there's a way, and playing PUBG has made me realize that over time.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, I was playing with some friends recently. I was like, how about Picado? They're like, please, no. I'm like, but it looks so fun when I was casting. Why not? Like, we'll die fast, Josh.
It's a rough start. It's a rough start.
So they like to drop to some like Power Grid. I think we dropped to one time. We're like, why did we drop here? There's no loot. But we've got lots of people jumping off the plane early this time compared to last time where only Corona was the first one to jump out. He's actually middle of the pack right there. But there you go. That's our distribution here. Only a couple of players choosing to go south at all, and lots choosing to land near Picado, it seems.
We're definitely seeing that mindset of get away from the flight plan and that'll be safe, because 3 players having the exact same idea, all going to Impala, 2 landing in particular in the mines in the north. Looks like actually landing the exact same building, not a Scrub, and 2 friends fighting for a gun. Scrub getting the first sawn off.
Get him!
They're both reloading their shotguns.
Oh,
Who's gonna get it first? Well, that's not talking. That's an AK. Oh, that's not fair.
Oh, Mid2 Prince takes him down. He's got plenty of you know, ammo left. Hotfix Franks just grabs a car and books it out of there. Yuri Young is also rather nearby. So we got a nice little cluster of players here, and Mid 2 Prince is going to benefit from that early kill. Otherwise, looks like people are still dispersing. No circle.
Looks like a lot of the guys that were dropping around here, though, don't really want to take this fight. They're just going north, either running across open fields or finding a vehicle near there. A couple of guys that even drop Picado, just immediately driving right on through it. And that's going to be a pretty good play, because the zone that showed up is not at all kind of the flight plan. Very far north. Those guys that dropped Vel Del Mar on the southwest are going to have a very long way to go.
Yeah, Rock City.
Mozzie looking really spicy, though.
Oh, we've got actually some action already. He just took some damage in the car, Back Bay Bruiser. And there's another car nearby. He actually just drove right past him. Mathematics
see ya.
And Back Bay Bruiser having a little car combat here. Let's see.
Yeah, these guys, they're probably going to be relatively safe. Since they have vehicles, they're free to go essentially any... as long as they don't get in an accident, they're pretty much free to go anywhere they want. Actually, he's trying to get it, but oh, yeah.
He tried. Oh, but he hit the tree instead and took damage.
That was like one of those old like evil villain kind of accidents. Like they're trying to splatter the hero, but then he runs into a tree instead.
Okay.
Doesn't die because he's the super villain. They had to keep him alive for their 5 seasons.
Monte Nuevo area is quite crowded again. Let's zoom out just so we can get this building surrender. We got Jeff Diet, Flobus, very nearby each other, and I believe weren't there some others? Oh, right below me. Yeah, Flobus, Jeff Diet, and who? Oh, south of us. Here we go. Kaiser Soze. He was our drowner in the first game.
Oh, yeah. And even further southwest, actually, a fourth player on the high ground that is going to be able to overwatch all of this here. Soze will be in a pretty good spot here. Arena providing a lot of loot, has got an AK and an Uzi already, as well as some armor and even a helmet. But if he oversees his welcome, that player that's above that cliff to him on the southwest side will be able to get shots on him. So if he finds like a Winchester or any kind of rifle, he's got the AK, then he'll be able to make short work out of Kaiser down there.
Wow, and actually he's potentially even in his vision if he walked over to that ledge. He'd be able to start cracking shots.
He has no backpack. He's trying to fit that first aid kit in his pockets.
Just look over there. You see him. Just look over there. You'll see him. Oh, he's just grabbing loot, of course. He couldn't know. He couldn't know there's a guy directly below him. Kaiser Soze, of course, moving on over to some more houses to loot. Jeff D and Flobus very close by, but not close enough for combat just yet. Looks like we got some damage from Neptuno, Thick Scratch, and Neptuno maybe taking some shots at each other briefly.
I think you might have gotten debated.
Maybe so. Sometimes they shoot and it just pretends they're fighting. Again over here, more shots ringing out. Oh,
yeah, Power Grid looking pretty spicy. We see one player in this southern warehouse, and still they're looking like they're retreating over off to the west.
Fenway Fist.
Chronai over here and Fenway Fist. Yeah, it looks like a couple shots were exchanged, but neither player willing to take this fight. But actually, I think it's a third, if I'm not mistaken. No, there's just 2 here. Yeah, there's just 2 players here, and neither want to take a fight, so they're just backing the hell off from each other.
Just to explain real quick, we did start this game with a few less players than the previous round because the live event actually is the prizing and the scoring that we're keeping track of. The Discord players were helping us fill a map, but the tournament organizers decided to keep it to the LAN players for this round. So we had 5 less players this time around. If you're wondering why someone is missing there, Flobus and
I think that means no washout or light show, sadly.
Ah, okay, that would be why then. Jeff D and Flobus, very, very close to each other, did exchange some shots. And we still have players nearby. Kaiser Soze was right there. Yeah, he's over near Giomo actually now. Let's see.
Ooh, they've wrapped all the way back here to the same building, showing up at the same time actually, but I don't think they either know it.
I think Kaiser does know it. I think he must have spotted him if he's crouch walking.
Oh yeah,
like
he
this,
up.
peeking corners. And he is.
Giomo actually went into that room on the right and closed the door behind him, so he's not. He knows something's going on here. Actually, does he?
Ooh, there. If he walks out that door, he's gonna know.
He's like peeking his head out, looking right, looking left. He's cautious. He's kind of like a little groundhog right now.
Yeah, he doesn't see a shadow yet, but Kaiser Soze is lurking.
He looks so scared just the way he's moving.
They're both,
looking
yeah.
Right, peeking out a little bit.
Kaiser Soze keeps his back turned like this for too long. It could even end up disastrous. Flobus and Jeff D, you can see through the mountain there, are actually still very close to each other. Oh, here we go. Yep, peekaboo. Giomo gets the kill onto Kaiser Soze. Easy loots for him. And
oh man, with the way that Kaiser was moving, I'm pretty sure that he actually thought he was hearing things. Did not. He's playing cautious for a little bit. Then he was just like, Must have been the wind. Went all like Metal Gear Solid guard mode, and then just like forgot he existed. Then immediately got blown away as soon as he rounded the wrong corner.
What was that a noise just now?
Must have been the wind.
Must have been the wind. Clovis. Oh, and Jeff Dean exchanging fire. Jeff looks a little scrambled. He looks like he doesn't want to take this fight at all as he backs off there. He was not expecting the shots to ring out, I guess. Flobus, let's go ahead and take his POV.
Yeah, well, these guys, that Uzi at the very least, very, very terrifying at close range. Double barrel mini, very awkward to load out from Flobus, but functions.
Yeah,
technically,
he got some damage across. We'll see if that continues as we kind of continue on. We'll take a look at some other areas here. Circumcised actually just died to I don't know what because there's no players over there.
Newton Newbie.
Where should I look here? Flobus and Jeff D. We were watching.
Oh no, he's looting. He's on the skull and crossbow. He's under it right
someone.
now, looting him.
I see. Good job, Circumcised. Yeah. Okay. That was confusing. I was like, how is he still moving? All right. So we've got who else over here? Ooh, battle happening over here. Valnet Killer building not rendered just yet. He actually did kill
Mathematics.
Well, Kevblock
in the kill feed, Kevblock killing Mathematics, the second place winner of game 2. Between him and Neptuno, those are the two guys that I was expecting to get the furthest in this game. With Mathematics going down, this is going to be anyone's round, I think.
That is a big development. Valnet Killer gets a kill for himself. Looks like he's got plenty to get back up into full health. And, of course, whatever loot his opponent had there. Maybe some more battling here. Bcash and Dark Knight are right next to each other. I'll zoom out just a bit. Yeah, they're right across.
Your boy Bcash on the... Oh, man, it's like the Luchador Arena. I know it's not a boxing ring. I've heard many people tell me, no, it's a Luchador Arena. I don't know what the name for it is, but too, he is in this game still. I'm happy to see that. But he is doing one of the riskiest plays of driving a buggy through Picado at any point in the game ever. He will be getting on past your nice and safe, though. Those players knock at the windows. They're actually getting out here.
Uh-oh. That could be a tip-off.
He's here to loot, I think. He's just looting.
Bcash probably heard it, right? Zooming right past him. And
he had
headed that direction. Checking the windows, of course. Looks like Dark Knight maybe creeping closer as well. He sees the buggy. He sees the buggy stop, so for sure he knows someone's around here. Okay, so he's got a little bit of info.
Yeah, that buggy wasn't there before.
Dark Knight still close
it's like
by.
Dark Knight. Did he take some damage at some point, or is he just popping stims?
He's got a little bit of a damage on him. Let's see.
I was racing with the stims just now going into effect there. Might have traded a shot there with Bcash, but now Bcash looking like he's looking for our new arrival over here. I'm curious as to why Neptuno actually got out here, though. You know, Picado, he went out to get in Picado to loot one of the least valuable line of buildings in the game. Getting spotted by Bcash here. A couple AK shots, but not a single one hitting.
Okay, so Bcash, what do you do now? You know where your opponent is. He knows where you are, sort of. More shots ringing out, but who, where, like why? There's not enough vision anywhere, as far as I can tell. All right.
Looks like just some repositioning, maybe some pre-firing that just isn't accomplished much. But hey, it's just a 1 or 2 bullets. Doesn't really
sure.
ruin you either way.
Well, every bullet counted in that last game. We had the guy with the only five rounds.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I think that was actually Bcash.
Yeah.
That was actually exactly Bcash
against light show. Okay, so Neptuno's creeping forward. He knows, obviously, that someone's taking fire at him. Let's see if he's geared out. Let's see.
All right. Important note, Neptuno has the M4 here, and at this range, and with the shooting that I've seen from him so far,
he's
probably at a better spot to take out Bcash. But, around hitting him, Neptuno getting a pretty good idea that, yeah, there's no way this guy's in apartments, definitely in this exact building. But isn't really respecting it either. You know, he gets shot, says, whatever, walking away. Doesn't really care about Bcash, I feel.
I think Dark Knight might be making his move now. Did he actually leave that building yet? Nope, still just
he's still looting.
Okay, so Neptuno.
He's chilling. That apartment just so good. It's so hard to leave it because of how defendable it is.
All right, well, these 3 players have been dancing around each other for a while. No, I don't see really any other clusters of players, but the circle is just about to close in finally.
Yeah, it's a similar story with a lot of cities on Miramar. The cities themselves are... They take a lot of the characteristics of the map in general. The cities are gigantic. The map is gigantic. Everything about Miramar is big, which means that, Neptuno, especially in the early... people.
Neptuno hopped back in the buggy. Completely safe.
Oh, he's out.
Yep, peace out. All right, but we do have our new circle here now. Kevblood pretty close to the center of it. Someone taking shots at him. Who's even?
Oh, he's gonna he positioned the hill to try and punish them moving away.
Nice. Okay,
You
well,
might be able to spot B-Cacher. I think he's on the north side, wrapping around that
you
building.
might see him.
There's a little bit of low
Perfect
ground. It's
cover.
kind of hard. Yeah, no, he's just bouncing.
Yeah, just
Getting back in the
coincidentally.
buggy. That makes sense.
Coincidentally perfect cover. All right, so let's take a look again back. Jeff D, Rocksteady Rock, Giomo, all still next to each other. Flobus still there as well. Have to imagine something's going to erupt here soon once they feel the need to move.
I mean, the city should have been looted by now. Is the interesting thing. So the fact that there's still people here, let alone still together and alive, is very curious.
Giomo's been
Giomo
here the
actually
whole
going
time.
back to the location he initially looted. And there's a new player, Rocksteady Rock, that's coming in from behind. I don't think these guys even know each other are here. And with their current movement, they might not even see each other.
It's hard to tell. Giomo has literally been here since the beginning. He was overlooking Kaiser Soze like way earlier before they battled each other. Nope, now I think Giomo does have him.
Might see him.
He definitely has him. And the scope. Can he land the shots?
Very terrifying
Rick...
setup. Extended mag SKS with an 8x. And that Rocksteady Rock only has a level 1 helmet. This could be one-shot territory.
Yeah,
it's a headshot.
Rick is definitely aware of the danger he's in now. Giomo creeping around for a better shot. Let's see if anyone else is battling it out. No, it looks like this might be one of our only encounters here.
Well, this fight has to happen soon. They're on the far side of the string, so one player definitely has to die here.
He's
from
got
this
the
fight.
vision. He's got the
Giomo
vision.
definitely knowing what this guy's. He's just waiting for the headshot. He could shoot his legs at any point, but saying, "Nah, I want the stylish kill here."
Let's see. Trying to line him up. He can't. Why don't you take the shot? Just shoot some bullets, man. You got plenty. Just shoot him. Don't play with your food.
He has to reload this. Maybe he doesn't.
Oh, maybe he doesn't. What's that going out there? Is it a flash?
Wait a minute. It's a stun grenade. Now the zone's here. These guys are taking way too long. This should push one of these two guys to take a fight.
Shoot him! There he goes. Finally,
there you go.
landed the shots with the SKS.
Let's give Giomo a round of applause here.
He did it. He got it done. It took a while, but in the end,
Done.
he was victorious. All right, we got Thick Scratch, Giomo on the outside.
South side of the white, looking a little bit spooky right here. We see Neptuna as well as about 4 or 5, actually 5 or 6 other players here. B-Cash rolling up with an offer, but getting some shots dinged off from Neptune at close range.
Right there.
Trying to get that car spray, but getting out of the vehicle and losing the fight anyway.
Yep. Neptuno just walked up to him in the car and started cracking shots.
Neptuno's one shot though. He's getting shot from he's getting shot from the northwest. He has to get out of here.
That's Dark Knight up on the hill there. Oh wait,
yeah, Jaeger Mike here. Looks like they.
Where's Neptuno? I lost him.
Yeah, south side of the white.
There he is.
Yeah.
Okay, he's
All
healing
right,
up.
let's see. He managed to get the first aid kit off. But look at that mini map. We see one player pretty close to the west. That was Fenway Fist or someone else
over here.
further to the northwest.
Luffy. No,
really
Pelka
far away
Super
taking
Fresh.
shots.
It was Pelka Super Fresh actually.
Everyone's shooting. No, everyone's shooting. Everyone's shooting right now. Everyone that you can see is shooting.
Well, Pelka's caught in the middle of 2 or 3 players, and one is taking super long-range shots. Luffy, wherever he ended up, actually gets the kill.
Luffy got the kill.
Yeah, where?
And now that he got the kill, now that Luffy got the kill, he knows that everyone on the hill they can die as well. He's got the 8x or the 4x on the SKS. We'll be able to just wipe this hill clean as long as he can hit those shots. That being said, it's pretty long range. It's kind of hard to hit a moving target from here. I'd probably just give up and save my ammo personally.
He's trying. I mean, he got a kill from here already.
It's true. It's true.
It's not too far-fetched, but yeah, not landing anything on that one, so may as well. It seems like it's time to call it. Pelka's just continuing to run.
This is a little too far, man. This is a little too far.
He's dancing. Make him dance. Not going to happen here.
All right, this guy's persistent.
He is persistent. He's shooting him in the shed. All right, so...
all right, well, the new zone's popped. It's pretty much centered exactly on Crater Field. A lot of guys in the south and eastern sides will have to be moving in. Interesting to note, the northern tip of El Pozo is still in. We be seeing some guys converge here, but meanwhile, while we're talking about that,
we got him. He nicked him.
Watch the Benny Hill montage of Luffy trying to shoot this range. Actually, did land one shot though. Look at that. Health bar's at about 2/5 HP right there.
Yeah, so good job landing a couple of shots. All right, Dark Knight, what is going on with you over here? Oh, he's just taking some damage from the circle at the end there. We got a couple of crates that were unclaimed. Looks like Kevblaw and Flobus might be kind of near each other. Luffy's still the only one taking shots.
Yeah, they're going to be... now he's using the M4. This is higher velocity.
Damage.
He's beginning to get some return fire. I think it's from the single shot that was taken by his quarry. But just look how long he has to run.
1 or 2 more bullets still will kill him.
This is really bad. This is really bad.
But now he's in the buggy. He should be able to scoot out of here. I would imagine.
Ah, didn't de-wheel it earlier.
Jeez, he's tried so hard. All right, well, not going to happen today, I think. Pelka's pretty much out of range for good. Let's see who else might be battling soon. We have 20 alive. Still lots of terrain to cover, though, for these players to get to that circle. Still quite a bit of time as well.
Yeah, ooh, Death Shadow with his vehicle looking like he's trying to claim a position really close to the center, actually going past that compound on the south side, going further north, grabbing a pickup. And once he gets down into this bowl, it's open fields, and that pickup, its biggest problem is, getting caught up on the small ridges and hills. In this open field, he was just cruising on north, getting himself a compound. People do spot it, though, but Crony not really willing to take shots. That is very, very low value for exposing him, or for possibly exposing himself to players that are near him.
For sure. And let's see, there is Yuri Young approaching from the other side there, but he's still pretty far off. I'll go ahead and look at the map again. Find someone fight.
A lot of guys outside right now. A lot of guys outside the blue. Look at that east side. 5 players, just 6, just really late.
Jeff Deet might not have a great time here. He does have some meds, though. Let's see.
Yeah, hopefully all these guys brought their meds. This is the zone that's going to start doing a little bit of chunks. And what I'm really worried about is that they're not even close. In fact, Mad Dog Groves on the far side, a kilometer away. Luckily, this zone was nice to them, but they got a long way and more than one player between them and the actual zone.
Let's see. I think Yuri Young and Valnek Killer are rather close to each other. Valnek's out in the open. Yeah. No building cover for him, just the bus here.
Ooh. Busting a rock and a little bit of defilade. This is a pretty decent spot, making sure that no one can leave this compound as well. From those shots, so anyone who's in the compound definitely aware of Valnek's present, but
true.
There are some players to the southwest that are looking like they're trading some fire. Fenway Fist getting shot from Luffy.
Again, Luffy. Fenway Fist this time does go down. Very nice.
It's a little bit closer.
Yeah.
Luffy knows how to shoot. Luffy knows what he's doing. He's got 2 kills. Get some shots. We're not allowed to say bad things about Luffy anymore.
No, he's totally fine. I mean, he's persistent. We know that. So if he finds someone, he's gonna chase him until he's dead or they are.
Is it persistence or stubbornness? Different connotations there. But there's a player to the northwest, close over that hill. I think that Luffy just took some fire. I think that's Valnek on that hill.
Oh yeah.
But Valnek is going for push. Doesn't know that Yurung is behind him, pushing away from the compound. UMP burst, getting him very, very low. We'll be retreating over that hill, but that's where Luffy can see. But they're just not looking the right way.
Yeah, Luffy's running the other direction. Valnek's down in a trench, and Yuriung has him sort of pinned. Maybe lost track of his prey, but Valnek Killer is going to need to med up if he can. Let's grab another glance at the map as it seems the fighting has stopped. Someone died from falling. Salem Sasquatch. FirstBlood taking some shots out here, out at Flobus in the Jeep truck there, whatever it is. Get it.
Pick up off-road. I called a lot of things. Either way, he's not using it anymore for some reason and has now decided to run in the open from FirstBlood's M16. Probably realizing at this point, probably exactly right now, that was the incorrect play.
Yeah, FirstBlood happy to see that, of course, the gift. He's not even going to loot it. He's just going to continue on toward the actual circle. Mad Dog getting closer as well. Roxane actually maybe took some damage. Are you really shooting him from this far out?
You're not in the zone there, buddy, and there's a lot of open terrain. He's going to run over here in the low ground, trying to get a little bit closer, but there's look at this section of the rocks. There's 3 players that are over here, and Giblaz and Rokane about 100 meters apart, 50 meters apart. They don't even see each other.
They're getting very, very close. They're right around the rock from each other. Giblaz, I'm going to watch his POV because he's in an interesting spot here. He's not even paying attention. Roxane, right there! Right there!
Doesn't even aim gas, just looks over and says, what are you doing? Just gun him down, get a couple of headshots. Giblaz is fine.
Giblaz, so good. And Vav Forik right nearby. That was the one that you were saying was just outside of the zone. Getting very, very close there. Can he actually climb this? Yeah, I think so. But it's kind of a weird route. He is in the circle.
You can't climb that way. That is not climbable, my friend. You got to head this way. Look, follow the camera. Here we go. Come over here this way.
Yeah.
Looks like the new zone's popped. Southwest side, not at all in. All these players have to go quite a ways away. Oh, and in the new zone, this is just a big mountain here. This is going to be a really interesting end zone. All the players, all the fields out, just pretty much some hills, divots, and a big mountain in the middle.
That's pretty interesting. And Mid 2 Prince has already got his positions staked out. Lots of people down below him. Kevbla is going to be in the range soon. Coroni, I think he's already got sort of located, but he's taking shots from the side.
Where?
It looks like who nailed him? Mad Dog Groves. Where were you even at? A mile away. Holy moly!
Wait.
Yeah, this guy
What?
killed him.
Let's look around. How do you get that kill?
I
Oh, wait, through this window. Okay, I see. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. He's just keyholing the guy from the mountaintop. And look at the zone right here for Mad
right here,
Dog
someone just
Groves.
got
He
another
doesn't
kill.
move at all. And on this, ooh.
Valnet Killer.
Valnet Killer.
Walked
I
in.
think that he did eventually chase his quarry down. I think I saw him get a kill in the kill feed. But looks like he's not gonna be surviving.
Well,
10 alive now.
yeah.
We're our top 10.
We're into the top 10. Congratulations to these players, Giomo and Urion, getting quite close to each other now. Giomo may actually have vision of someone. Jeff D actually took some damage from somewhere. And Giomo, I'm not sure who he's actually been tracking so far. Looks like Giblaz is right down there. No one in his sights yet.
See him if he just aims that scope down. Yeah, he's in a pretty good spot. He's holding a relatively defensible spot near the edge, especially near the end game. Edge play is so good. But oh, look at this. These two players just running on opposite sides of the hill. They can't see each other, and they probably won't for quite a while. They just both take one taking the north, one taking the south. But Giblaz definitely having the worst side. We can see already from here with our X-ray vision that there's Death Shadow far distance and Yu Young very, very close to the north. But ooh, getting over this hill. He spotted him. Double take. The double take of the century. Not even ADSing though.
Vote for it. Actually,
the biggest mistake of his life.
He got shot several times. Still had time.
Death.
Still had time to spin around and take him down.
That's a really good turnaround right there.
Yeah, Vovforik saving his own life on that one. That was good reaction and good, shooting. Giomo.
Oh, but Giomo heard it.
He had to have seen something by now, right? Like he's got this great position. Yeah, there's Vovforik right below him. Jeff D again, still very low on health over here. He's actually in a rough spot now.
He might just die here.
Vovforik to his left, Giomo to his right.
No, you can't. You gotta run north, Jeff. You're not gonna survive. The zone's right on him. You gotta go.
He's going. He's gonna go right into Giomo's face here in a second. Let's see what happens.
Barely sneaking his. He has no meds on the bottom. You can see right there.
Yeah.
His UMP isn't loaded in, but you didn't see him. But Giomo heard it. Just wraps around with the AK. One shot is all that it'll take.
Easy,
but looking at on the minimap, there's another player getting even closer. Just down that hill, I think Vav heard Giomo up here.
Oh, there he is.
And
yeah.
if Giomo's just looting, then this is gonna be really bad for Giomo. Okay, he's done looting. He's moving north.
He gets the first shot.
Gets the first shot. A quick spray down gets him down.
Very nice stuff there from Vovforik. Very good awareness. I'm actually quite proud of this guy. Earlier in the game, he didn't seem to be doing too much, but every encounter that we've seen him actually get close to another player, he has handled it very well, and he has now secured himself a top 6 in this game. Yuri Young is the next closest player. Let's go ahead and take a look at what he's up to. Ooh, maybe he heard some shots. He's getting close. He's looking for him.
He's actually looking for blood here, going away from the white zone. There's nothing here besides just be like, yep, I heard shots over here, so I'm gonna go kill him.
Well,
but he is downhill, which Vovforik doesn't predict. Why would someone intentionally go downhill? Vovforik doesn't know, and it looks like the play has worked.
We'll see. We'll see in mere moments, really, if the play worked or not, because we know Vovforik is pretty quick on the uptake if some shots don't land correctly. So Yuri Young has an opportunity here. Vovforik did slow down. He's right in front of him. Take your shot, man.
The Fort doesn't hear him.
Do it.
Yuri Young is running so far. There it is.
Oh, what? Vovforik is a god. He's too good. The reactions on this man. And there's a crate right in the center. Why not? Okay, so we're top 4 now.
Okay.
Death Shadow, Kevbla, Coroni, and Vovforik.
All right, yeah, okay, that happened.
Yeah, okay. All right.
That was pretty crazy.
Land, by the
way. Everyone just has one side of the zone, and the giant mountain in the middle is kind of equal footing right now.
Let's see, Death Shadow.
After seeing that though, I'm just rooting for Vovforik though. I'm just rooting on him.
They got the 4-corner post here. Oh, Vovforik is taking some shots down on Coroni. He actually got return fired a little bit. Coroni has a nice angle.
Ooh.
He's a bit more exposed
really low here. He has elevation, but very few angles to beat Coroni as well. Gilly and a crate gun. This is really bad for a Vovforik.
Let's see. Get the.
Oh, not loaded.
Oh, he sees him. Half his health gone in an instant. But he does go down.
But Death Shadow from the far northwest side. That wasn't even his target. Someone just rolling up that hill. Just completely spoiling that little fight, and now Death Shadow, he hasn't been doing anything this entire game, is now looking for a second quarry down the hill. Kevbla is in a horrible spot right here.
Hey, slow and steady wins the race. You've heard it a million times. This is going to be Death Shadow's strategy here. Make it to the top 4 and then clean house if you
Kneecap
can.
him.
Yeah, shoot him in the toe, man. Does just as much damage.
Kevlar, you don't have to peek here. That's enough cover. Just don't move.
Stop
Just
it.
don't move.
Oh man,
he's
that was
just
brutal.
peeking too much. I think that
1v1 now.
Death Shadow Suppressor might have made Kevlar not quite aware where the shots were coming from. It makes sense in that perspective.
Well, Karoni versus Death Shadow for all the marbles here in Miramar. Death Shadow does have the high ground advantage, and Karoni.
But he can't keep it. Look at this. This ridge is barely out of the zone, and playing the reverse ridge downhill is not going to be providing with much cover. We also saw Karoni, a very good shot right now. Death Shadow's trying to use this hill as much as he can, trying to get that advantage spotting, but he just doesn't see Karoni down the hill yet.
Well, he's fairly certain his prey is down. Oh, he does spot him. Takes the first couple of shots, lands about 40% of his health, and my game is freezing. Because, of course, it is in the 1v1. Okay.
Oh,
well,
PUBG.
Let's see if it's PUBG or my entire machine. Yeah, it's just PUBG. Okay.
I can hear you.
Welp. That'll, at least we have our admin on this scene.
Oh my god.
Yeah, player note, yeah, that'll happen there. Okay, we're very sorry this crash occurred, though. We are very sorry this crash occurred. Okay, it's me and you now, Seal. Let's just pretend we know who won. Now, Oren will tell us, of course. I'll spam him right now. Game crashed in 1v1. And we'll find out who won.
Place your bets. Who do you think won the game? Place your bets.
Karoni or Death Shadow. You got an even chance at either, but now
I'm betting on Death Shadow. I think he had a good spot. He also landed a couple of shots already at the beginning.
Make sure winner keeps scores. Because you and I are not in the game anymore.
Oh, yeah, we're not going to be able to tell.
Yeah, so I just spammed him, make sure winner keeps scores, and tell us who won. But hopefully he sees that in time, and we can get all those results for you. Again, technology is the vehicle of esports. If the game crashes, I've got nothing I can do. So I'm just going to relaunch the game. Wow. Is there even a rejoin? Like, if I try really quick?
Sometimes. Last I remembered, that was pretty dang buggy, but that was also before 1.0.
All right, I'm trying it. We'll see what happens.
It's worth a shot. Maybe they're still alive.
Oh, that's rough. I don't think that's ever happened to me. I think that is a first for me doing online production, to just have the game die at the end.
Oh, man. PUBG is a fickle mistress.
Custom match here. Yeah, it says create, so I don't think...
oh, yeah, the match
game
is over
ended.
then.
Yeah, so we'll get word from our admin. He says, yeah, we got it. Who won, Oren? Tell us. Tell us who won the game, please. We had Karoni versus Death Shadow. And Karoni, both of those names, I think... neither of them were in the top 5, if I remember correctly, of the previous match. So definitely a lot of shakeup.
Although, who is that guy? Vov4?
Vov4ic?
Vov4? The Vov guy.
Yeah,
the Vov guy.
VOV4ICK. Vov4ic.
Yeah, Vov4ic. Yeah, he made some really good plays. It looks like his audio isn't quite on point. He probably would have been able to hear someone running behind him if he just had like his headphones turned up all the way, which, I understand not when I did that. It actually might cause some ear damage over time. But his sprays and like him just turning on people that were just missing their first couple of shots, absolutely destructive. And now that we have a couple of our pros that will be playing game 3, I think that there's a pretty significant chance that as long as he positions himself well, go into that game 3, making sure that he doesn't take the long range fights, prefers those fights where he can just spray someone down, which he's showing us that he's good at. Might have a winner for game 3. That's what I'm calling. That's just who I'm calling. I'm calling winner of game 3 of all 4.
Already, man? I mean, his reactions are good. We don't even know, we don't even know who won that last game.
It happened.
All right, Death
Stream's
Shadow.
over. Vov4ic won.
We have confirmation Death Shadow was, in fact, the winner.
Yeah, look, I'm already 1 for 1.
he had the high ground against Karoni and already took half his health when the game froze. There's a pretty good chance he was going to take that one. But
Death Shadow is your Obi-Wan for the day, ladies and gentlemen.
Death Shadow gets it done in the dark. Good job. So we're going to go ahead and host the next lobby. Again, we will need probably 10 minutes. That is how long we took last time before we could fire into game 3, or before we could fire into game 2. So we are going to head to a 10-minute break. Apologies, everyone. again, it's out of my hands on that one. That I've never seen that happen. So we are just gonna
Yeah, sorry about that.
get the third lobby up and let those guys know so that in 10 minutes, hopefully, we will be able to fire into game number 3 and bring you the entire game. But again, thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Again, we'll be back on Sunday for more PUBG that you guys can actually register and sign up and play. This is just a live event in Boston right now, the Boston Battlegrounds. So headed to a break now. We'll be back in 10. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to begin game number 3 here for the Boston Battlegrounds live event in Boston, taking place at the Balance Patch venue. That's a pretty good name for a venue, little land cafe there. We do have around 33 players battling it out for some prizes there, and last game, unfortunately, we missed the very, very, very last engagement, as Death Shadow did finish off Coroni just seconds later, but hopefully we won't miss anything this time around. The bulk of our players are already in the lobby, just waiting on perhaps the last 1 or 2 folks to return from the restroom or what have you. But so far, yeah, Vavforic really impressed. Death Shadow, his tactics at least paid off. He played it slow and steady, was able to play cleanup at the end of the game, got all his loot, stayed out of trouble, avoided the people he needed to, and it's working out.
Yeah, it was a really, really it was pretty good. It's a pretty good end game. Miramar oftentimes has good end games. We didn't get to see all of it, which obviously was very sad. But it's always interesting when you have those times where like the end game is just like a really, really intense peaking battle where both players know they have to like just win that fight, and that's why they take that fight. Because on Erangel, a lot of time it's like you got a guy that's in a house, and you got a guy that's in like a tree, and the tree guy needs to kill the house guy, but the house guy is just kind of fine to do his own thing. On Miramar, it's a lot more especially in the end game, it's a lot more balanced, I feel, this end game engagements.
Yeah, we saw a lot of vulturing, is how I would phrase it.
That as well.
In the last few encounters, but I think we are ready to go. We seem to have lost another 1 or 2 players. He said, "Let's do this thing," but I'm just going to get confirmation that we are, in fact, ready to go with only 30. I think we had 33. So just a moment, and we'll fire into game number 3. Again, it will be on Erangel again. Miramar was just a one-off. Death Shadow took it down. We'll see if he can get back into the groove with some more lush terrain. Let's see. I see our admin over someone's shoulder right now, perhaps having an issue. So we'll just give him another minute or 2 here. Again, thanks for joining us, everybody. You're watching the Boston Battlegrounds. I'm Ask Joshy, casting with Lil Fuzzy Seal. We've cast once before together for the Survival Sunday for FirstBlood. We're doing another one this Sunday, so you can actually go to FirstBlood.io, the website, firstblood.io, to find the registration links and things for that if you would like to compete on Sunday. Last time we had some peripherals to give away, a couple of mice and a mod mic, so I'm not sure what goodies we'll have for you this time, but should be some more stuff. And the admin is giving me the confirmation to fire into game 3, so any moment now we'll be loading on in.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about the scores right now, and after game 1, Washout winning that, and then summarily being barred from playing in games 2 and 3, making sure that only the guys to the lane can actually win the equipment. What that says to me is that with Death Shadow winning game 2, that's like really important. Mathematics wasn't second place, but Mathematics died very early in game 2. True. So Death Shadow probably has a very significant lead over probably pretty much everyone except for maybe Mathematics.
Maybe so, yeah. Mathematics did rack up the most kills of the LAN players, or at least had the highest placing. It could actually just be a tie at the moment. You know what I mean? Like a draw for the sake of it, but until we see what these points are going to be like in the third game, it doesn't really matter anyway. So Vavforic, again, a player to watch. Who else maybe showed some moves there? Giomo.
Yeah, Vavforic, Mathematic, Neptuno. Giomo was all right. It seemed like he had good positioning, but also just like looking at some weird stuff. I don't know how far we're getting this game. I think that he's mostly good at avoiding fights when they actually happen. Like, good luck there, buddy.
All right, Kaiser Soze, another name. Unfortunately, he's had two rest in peace moments in the first 2 games, drowning in the first one and then getting shot down early on in the second. Mid-2 Prince did secure a kill or 2 in that last game. Kevbla, I believe, was one of the... he was taking position behind a cactus and kept dancing for no reason. You're telling him to just stay still, and he wouldn't listen.
He's getting some phantom pain in his left and right knees. He's a little bit scared about that. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe in a past life he got hit by something in that knee.
Maybe so. Everyone just gathering up. Hey, guys. Hey, how you doing? Do you want to go kill each other? Yeah, sure, why not? Sounds fun.
Many lobbies start like this, Joshy.
Just hanging
out. Don't forget a little China #1 in there.
Oh yes, China #1, Taiwan #1, Brazil #1,
USA #1.
No, no one ever says that. All right.
Oh.
2, 1, and map. What do we got? What do we got? Let's see where they approach from. Looks like, is that camera an indicator there in the top right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes, that's us. That's where we are. That's our
Oh,
ship.
I see, I see. We're in the bottom, starting in the southwest, moving on up.
A very interesting plane plan right here. Cutting off a lot of stuff on the east side, specifically as
jumping
Naya
already?
and Novo come to mind. Yeah, it looks like these guys, despite military being a whole 2 kilometers away, a couple of them want to go here anyway.
Yeah, we can
Oh,
see.
never mind. Never going over to military.
Start to
Kaiser,
disperse.
the only one dropping on Stopcamp Island, is looks like he's gunning for some of the exterior compounds on the island. But he won't have to settle for that. He's alone. But ooh, we actually see Jomo turning around as well.
Yeah,
Might be
yeah.
seeing these two guys fight over Stopka Island.
There's
but
a lot
I
of
say fight
terrain
over.
there.
It's a 3 kilometer
Right.
long, 4 kilometer long island. Maybe they'll see each other. Is my point.
It could happen, yeah. But I think we're probably likely to see some more battles erupting around here. Of course, Pachinki has a couple of landers, no matter what. Let's see, zoom in, maybe.
Yeah, we'll
players?
see.
There's
A couple
like
of guys, a lot of guys still.
players.
Actually, a lot of guys. Yeah, there's a lot of people. Where are they even going
I'm
here?
not
The
sure.
farm is
Now they're trying to figure it out.
not amazing for loot.
Now
yeah,
they're like, where do we
trying to-
go?
They're trying to get some problem solving done here.
Looks
Looks like Young is
Oh,
claiming this
man.
compound for himself. Death Shadow claiming the other roadside compound.
This
But
could be
over here,
wild.
I think it was I think it's one name. I think there's mathematics on the road. Then a lot of players dropping. This one compound has more players than most cities do right now, Joshy.
That's true, because we are, only 31 players actually in the game, but 3 people in 3 houses, essentially, right here in this little cluster. If we zoom out, where else might
Mathematics ran over.
already mathematics, you killer! I can't even get to his icon.
All right,
there.
let's.
There it is.
Let's-
Oh, he's running up on somebody else. Yuriang. Oh, he's driving past.
Ooh. He definitely saw how many parachutes there were. He does not want to be taking any fights right now. But looking over here, there are 3 players in this compound, and there's very few buildings to have. Hotfix Frank looking like he looted probably one of the only 2 buildings he's going to be getting here. A bit isolated on the northeast side. But on the northwest, though, Zinc with some pretty good overwatch. He has some elevation, but
Sorry,
doesn't have a gun.
Yeah, looks like he's struggling.
Oh, no.
Struggling.
Oh no! Oh, he has a handgun. He has a P9 too. This man is ready for the world.
Well, at least he's avoiding the other players for a second. He can still manage to grab something, hopefully. Hotfix Frank is taken to the field, though. Let's see if Zinc sees him. He does.
He sees him.
He's running.
Wait.
He doesn't like it. He doesn't want
not?
it.
Maybe?
I think he saw him in split. I think he did not want to go that direction after all with the pistol, the handgun here.
Oh, there's a guy over here too. The question is that does that player in that building have a weapon?
JD
And if
Dark
so,
Knight.
what is it?
Let's see what he's got.
Oh, he is. Uh-oh. Yeah, he's kidded, comparatively speaking.
Okay, and he's getting closer and closer to Zinc. Right there, Zinc.
Oh, double take. Not even aiming in.
Let's see. Zinc trying to get past him. Oh, gets a shot. Jumping shot, actually.
Ooh.
Quite interesting.
Zinc. I like it.
He's not giving
Stylish
up.
man. Stylish man right here.
He has not given up. Dark Knight has, of course, the advantage here, though, with a stronger gun and the high ground. What's going to
I
happen?
mean, all he has to do is peek right and just take
Oh, Zinc's
one
running.
more
Zinc's
shot.
running.
But he's
Get out of there, Zinc.
He's scared. He's scared of a man with a P9 too.
Get out of there, dude. Oh, that's not... Man, how does that even happen? I click one time, and it takes me away. Here we go. Back onto Dark Knight. Zinc is right next to him here. Taking some shots back.
He has 1 bullet left.
Oof.
He has to.
Finally,
the
yeah.
last shot.
I think that was
And
inevitable.
with his ammo running out, so did his life. Yeah, you don't win that fight.
Frank
ever.
boogied out of there, too. He's way beyond now, so... he's moved to relative safety. Let's zoom out just a little bit.
Ooh, go back. There's another player on that hill looking like they heard the shots.
Where?
And are going to
Hotfix
investigate.
Frank. Oh, here we go. Roxanne. Or Roxanne.
Oh, and this guy, look at that. Invest
Is it
in a M4 with a 4X. No helmet, though, but definitely looking like he's scouting this compound out, trying to see if he can't catch him and leaving. But the problem is that his timing is exactly wrong.
Yeah.
There's one player that already left, and the other guy is just
Frank's coming
camping.
back
He's
at him.
not leaving anytime soon.
Frank's
But he is
angle.
running toward Hotfix Frank, and Frank's definitely looting right now. Actually, out in the open,
coming to
coming
him.
back for a fight.
Yeah, this could blow up here in just a second. There's Frank. Oh, I think Frank sees him.
Oh, he has to, right? Oh, he's got a shotgun.
Line
though.
it up.
Oh, not
that's
close
not good.
enough, though.
Not good. There's the reload. Can he get him?
You know
Nice
what? You don't want to
shot.
get close to that shotgun. Hold on.
Yeah, he definitely should have backed off there. Roxane goes down to hotfix Frank. Oh, he sees Dark Knight out there too. I don't think he's gonna be taking shots.
No,
from here.
he's definitely in his inventory screen. There's no way he saw that.
Oh, I see. You're right. You're right. That's a good point. Dark Knight ran right in front of him though. Yeah, he's gonna perhaps.
No idea. He's going back
Yeah.
for seconds now. He's thinking he cleared the compound. There's no one else here alive. He gets to just saunter off. And honestly, with how we've been seeing
fired.
Knight play, probably not coming back.
Bcash in a little bit of a skirmish here. I'm not sure. Back Bay Bruiser, it looks like. Oh yeah, right next to him in the buggy there.
Avoiding the Play-Doh buildings, going right on by. I think that Cash probably took a little bit too long positioning. Yeah, he's not gonna be able to land any more hits. Does make that player driving off in the buggy get down to half HP though. And our crate, look at that, southeast of Yasnaya with 2 players next to it.
Yep, Mad Dog Groves and Rock City Rick both within striking distance. Mathematics out there already with a vehicular homicide on his rap sheet. Let's see who else might be battling it out here. Pelka and Vovforik are both decent. They've gotten a couple of kills for themselves in this couple of games. Giblaz also.
Oh, one of them has. I'm a little bit worried for the guy whose name isn't Vovforik right there.
Yeah. Back Bay Bruiser very close to this vehicle. Bcash 420 just scooting by. Okay, nothing.
Yeah, looks like Bruiser not too willing. Actually, we saw Bcash get out and looks like he's stringing for a new vehicle. If he just didn't go back to loot that M16, if Backray Bruiser just started shooting, he probably could have killed Bcash right there. But that little bit of just hesitation will allow Bcash to get away here.
Is he actually
looking like he's got a unloaded SCAR and M16? Is this guy out of ammo?
He looks.
Yeah, it's got 15 rounds out of 30.
He looks, kind of worse for wear. He's medding up now. Back Bay Bruiser
he's fine.
found a vehicle. This is going to happen. This is happening. What is Bcash going to do?
All right, so Bruiser, it's not that Bruiser didn't see him. It's just that he has very bad perception right here. Now he's trying to drive away.
You could have drove the other direction, Bruiser. I'm sorry. If you were worried about him at all, shouldn't have gone that way.
Yeah. Well, free loot for Bcash. Guy, I feel like we come back to this guy a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
But he always dies at like the final 10.
He's in the mix pretty often. Just looking around
he's
again.
fun. He's fun to watch in the early game.
Yeah, Bcash manages to get that kill. Looks like we still have very, very, very spread out. Oh, he's shooting at someone else now. Who are you shooting at?
No.
Oh.
No, the dossier
He got
of
it!
the dead
He
man
killed it!
is just... Bcash is pretty mad at that dossier existing.
Wow. Cool guys don't look at explosions, Bcash.
Yeah, cool guys just run around and get themselves burned. What is happening here?
What are you doing?
What is he doing? What is happening?
Is this like the equivalent of a teabag, where he's like, I don't, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know.
Either a teabag or a sacrificial ritual. I'm not really sure what that was.
He's real mad at that
just
car.
blowing up the dossier and running around a campfire in some sort of tribal like dance. I don't know. After that, I think Bcash might win it. I think that he's got like some pretty powerful old dead gods on his side.
Newton Newbie very close by. Of course, Neptuno doesn't really have any way of knowing that. He's just going to cruise on through. Oh, they are very close though. Newton's actually out in the open. Maybe Newton heard him.
Ooh. Nope.
No. Just go about his business. All right. Neptuno.
He definitely should have been able to. That's only 200 meters away, but Neptuno is just going to be driving right on by with that buggy. Guy in Zarki as well. Oh my goodness. Thick Scratch has a long way to go to get.
That's quite a ways. All right, he's about to
So
come
do
up
the
on
military
someone else.
guys. The military guys haven't left either. There's a lot of guys that are just ignoring the threat of the zone, which I suppose the first zone isn't that dangerous. So it's not just like, what are you doing? That's so bad. But it's just like, okay, how much loot do you really need?
Yeah, don't get too greedy, right? There's only so many players. You can get plenty of loot, I would imagine. Let's see. Nothing really else developing. Maybe Dark Knight and Mr. Patch getting relatively close to each other. Still pretty far, though, honestly.
Oh, no, look at that. Look at the east side of Yasnaya right now. We see Mad Dog Groves, 2 players next to a building is overlooking the crate over here. Mad Dog Groves looking toward Yasnaya, and I think the other player to his east is still looting that mansion building. Hasn't loaded in yet, but yeah, that's Rock City Rock right here. Rock City's Rock building doesn't have very good sight lines, and Mad Dog Groves is a prison building. A lot of windows and better elevation. I'm not sure if these guys even know that each other are here right now.
We'll just peek in on him, take a look at what he's working with. Rock City Rick just looking for... he seems...
Ooh, no rifle yet.
Yeah, he seems not well equipped for a long-range battle anyway, so... He probably wants to avoid
Yeah.
Mad Dog Groves as long as possible. See what he's rocking.
M4 AK
Yeah.
and a
Helmet.
3 vest. Feeling pretty
Vest.
good.
Yeah. All right. He's stocked up and he's just chilling. He's literally just
Yep.
chilling. Let's go
Holding
back to
one of the
map
weirdest angles in the game, just third floor in a random room. He's gonna be pretty good as long as
Oh, Luffy
the
taking some
zone
shots.
continues to center on him.
We know Luffy loves taking his long-range shots here. Most likely looking through a window here. Does get a clip onto Neptuno. Kaiser Soze
Oh, he's been
out there.
improving. He hit a couple of those shots. Kai's driving by as well, looking like he's not gonna be joining this fight. Oh, actually, Luffy versus Neptuno. This is a pretty interesting fight. We've seen these guys a lot. I wonder who's gonna win this.
Neptuno did take some damage, so he's aware, obviously, that someone's taking shots at him, but I'm not sure if he realizes
Does have
exactly
3/3 armor. This guy is a tank right now. It's gonna be very hard to kill Neptuno, even if you land a lot of shots on him.
Well, Luffy's not in his vision, but he is moving closer. Does find him off the side of that shack there. Shots returning both sides. Luffy down to half health. Is he going to continue to press the issue? Yes, he is, and Neptuno's going to try to take off.
Away.
His buggy's on fire.
Oh, I don't know if I like that play. One shot driving away. The zone might do the damage as well. Neptuno getting barely into the
And
light. He's not gonna
Valforic.
die that way. Valforic, another big powerhouse driving on by, avoiding the early game. Actually getting out of the Dacia at a pretty high speed. It looks like he's looking for blood over here.
Death Shadow's actually not too far off either. So we got 4 relatively well.
I'm a little worried for our Pachuki boy right here.
Valforic here just running his butt off here. Luffy still
Luffy,
taking aim on somebody.
Luffy's in a lot of trouble.
Death Shadow, he sees him, and Valforic actually very, very, very close by. Getting close.
Okay, he had a med kit, but he has no more first aids. He has put in his forks. He doesn't know that Valforic is right behind him. Shots coming out.
There's Valforic.
Get to cover.
Yeah, he has no idea where he is. Oh no, that was not Valforic at all.
Neither do we. No.
He's still taking shots. He didn't kill him yet. He didn't kill him yet.
Kills. Yeah, Valforic very good at spraying, but single fire tapping not his strong suit at all. Apparently, able to get behind that shed, and now. Oh, I was gonna say trapped outside the zone, but Luffy getting shot in the back. Looks like that was I can't quite read the name, but someone to the east took him out.
Kevlar ran over Death Shadow. That's unexpected, and Luffy's still staying out there. Kevlar, there he is.
Luffy's dead. Luffy got shot in the back. That shed is empty.
Sorry. Kevlar, though, getting very close by to Neptuno. They're actually racing rather close to each other into the circle.
Kevlar low HP. He's gonna want to find a place to heal up soon, rather than continuing driving. One errant burst could end his life very quickly.
Quite close.
Driving up over Potato Mountain, down the hills. This is unnecessarily risky from Kevlar, I gotta say. Just stop, get a first aid kit going, and keep going.
Neptuno actually got out of his vehicle.
He must have heard the buggy, then was looking for blood, but upon realizing it's a little bit too late, just getting back in over that buggy. Come on, get in the buggy. Don't make me a liar. Come on.
Okay. Let's see. Anyone else out there fighting? Mathematics still in the mix. Valnik Killer we've seen a couple of times. Shiomo still in the mix. Newton Newbie just died outside the zone. Sorry, Newton Newbie. Holding true to his name.
It's pretty impressive to die to the second play zone.
Yeah.
Honestly, that damage is not significant.
Rip. All right. Coroni way out here. He was our second place player. He's not in any danger for a while. He's going to do the slow and steady technique this time. Neptuno getting close to
our play zone
Phobos.
looking like it's still kind of split up between our two main land masses. He is not kind of he's not in the river, kind of cutting these two areas of the zone between the northwest and the southeast apart from each other. Newton Newbie.
Phobos does see.
Yeah, he's still dead. Ooh, but over here it looks like Phobos spotting out one player far to the east of the 8x AK.
Well, he's shooting the.
Oh, he's aiming for the wheel.
Yeah. There he goes. Popped it.
Uh-oh. Neptuno can't move from here anymore. That buggy is not functioning anymore.
Oh, Neptuno needs to worry about his head, not his buggy. He's just running around. Has no clue where Phobos is, I think.
Yeah, it is pretty rough to be landing these shots from this range, though. This 8x AK, not exactly the best range you're ever seeing right now. Look how much kick that has. A lot of velocity troubles. And look, he even hit him a little bit, but because it wasn't a center of mass shot, dealing, what is that, 15 damage or so?
Barely any. So Neptuno, just run, man. You're fine. You know where your cover is now. Just get out of here. There's nothing for you here. All right, who else is battle? Ooh, we got some close quarters combat, perhaps. Yuri Young, Rock City Rick, and Mad Dog.
Mad Dog Groves has not actually moved in the past 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, looks like Yuri Young's just gonna take off. Rock City Rick's still right here too. This is
And
the
that's a
same.
weird decision because Rocksteady Rick,
position.
last time I checked, had a shotgun and a UMP. Not the best kit.
No, not a scrub.
That's not
outside
an
the zone
opinion.
here,
That's
too.
not good.
You're right. You're right. Mathematics might actually get in the mix here. He sees Giomo pull up. I don't know how
Oh,
Giomo could be aware of him
spicy.
at all. He gets out. Giomo gets out.
Mathematics. Look, Mathematics is just sitting here hiding. He's making a little bit of noise. But look at this little spot right here. As long as
Giomo's
he wasn't
on the low
heard,
ground,
then this is such a good ambush position right here.
Let's see what happens. There he is, right below him. He's coming up the
Entering
stairs.
the building. Oh, no!
Look at the pause.
Does Giomo know?
The pause. He doesn't know well enough. Takes
The
quite a bit
little
of
hop
damage.
from Giomo in surprise, and Mathematics know he's low. Going for a push, going down the stairwell. Listening, he has heard him. The door closing behind Giomo, trying to get out, but it's not a good idea.
Oh! Why would you challenge this?
How do you alive right now?
Oh my goodness.
Well, I guess you're not now.
He's not anymore. That was short-lived. All right, good job to Mathematics taking out Giomo. Lucky. That was a gift.
Not a single hit.
Drove right up to him. All right, what else we got?
All right, the
going
new
on?
zone's popped. Is left. The southwest side is favoring this northern area. Very, very little playable terrain here. There's a couple of compounds and a lot of open fields. The guys like Yu Young who found themselves a building are going to be in a great spot.
Yeah, Young booked it from all the way over here. He's already well positioned compared to these two who've just
He
been
is
chilling
great.
all game. Let's see. Not a scrub and Giblaz, actually, perhaps. Did I see Giblaz take a shot there?
Looks like you might have seen a passing vehicle, not a scrub driving by, I believe. Either way, though, the shrink is starting in about 5 seconds. These guys got to get moving towards the zone.
He sees him. He's
And
in
there
his
are going to be
screen.
quite a few guys coming in from Stalver Hills here, but they can't stop the fight. I think this zone will outpace their running speed as well.
Yeah, it looks like he does not want to engage. He's actually headed on that beeline toward the circle. Let's see here. Not a scrub. What are you looking at here? Oh yeah, he's
He
got
slotted him.
Giblaz in his sights. But you mentioned the circle might outpace him, so he
careful.
does need to be aware of that.
Yeah, and he's running toward the side where the zone is faster. Going up this hill, though, taking a little bit
Urian
of blue
took out
damage is
Hotfix
definitely
Frank.
worth getting a free kill.
They were up in the circle already. Young found Hotfix Frank and managed to take him down with the scar while we were watching Not a Scrub try to figure out where Giblaz is.
Couple of
Rocksteady
players
Rick and
moving on the
Mathematic.
way, and a lot of late rotations here, just going in only when you absolutely have to. But like I said before, when everyone does that, it is so dangerous. It looks like Not a Scrub has lost his
Totally.
quarry, not even going in the same direction now.
Yeah, he's not
Exactly unsafe, but it's just rough. Not a good tracker, this guy.
Unfortunate. Yeah, Giblaz does slip out of his way, and I think Giblaz knew because when we popped to his camera, he was looking in that vicinity a couple times. So Giblaz probably feeling a little more secure now. Still watching that circle though, waiting for someone to get flushed out here.
There is a player to the north and south of Scrub here, though. He has his first run the Scar, so he'll be able to be pretty quiet here if he does decide to take any shots. But if this little entry point to the white doesn't have any good cover for Not a Scrub, then he could be in a lot of trouble. There's very little for him to hide behind right now.
Giblaz taking shots at him. He's got good positioning, and Not a Scrub is just running for cover. If I take Giblaz's position here, he did track him, but he's going to choose to disengage?
Interesting.
just
Looks like
change it
he's
up a little
not
bit.
really too keen on taking this
Oh,
fight.
someone's behind him. Thick Scratch
Oh,
as well.
that was just Scrub taking the shots. He doesn't know
Right.
that Thick Scratch is there yet.
Okay, so Not a Scrub and Giblaz exchanging fire. Thick Scratch still pretty far out of the battle here. Let's see what he's looking at least.
Oh, he's coming over here to join this fight. Nah, Scrub's in a lot of trouble here.
All right, we're going to take the overhead view. I think Giblaz actually is pinched in the middle.
Wait, what? Giblaz is just walking
Running.
away from this fight and getting
Oh,
punished
no.
hugely, getting to the wrong tree. I don't think that actually is cover right now. Still to the southeast, but he's
Where are you
just
going?
bobbing, weaving. These shots are not hitting him.
He doesn't know. Does he not know where his assailant is? I'm not sure what's going on.
I guess not, but I guess it doesn't matter if they don't hit.
That's true. Not a Scrub. Might actually be a Scrub if he can't knock him from this angle.
Oh, no, yeah, and Giblaz is going to get right over that ridge. Not a Scrub. You may have to change your name, my friend.
Womp womp. Maybe Scrub. No.
Maybe a Scrub.
Mathematics gets another kill. Mid 2 Prince is down.
Oh my god, he has a cross.
Get him. Oh, he's throwing nades blindly. There's a building right
That's
there.
not where he is.
What are you doing? Giblaz heals up even. He's not even worried. He knows exactly where
Giblaz
Thick
is-
Scratch and not a
I
Scrub
wonder
are.
if he's confused or what. Like,
Oh.
what's going on here? Not a Scrub.
Take an aim.
Okay. Give his nose.
What a weird position. 15 alive now. getting down there.
The Shrink is forcing all these guys in, though. So, you know, despite all of them sort
Nabuno
of
goes down
messing around over here on the northeastern side, they've taken a little bit too long, and Mathematics, ahead of everyone on this angle, is going to have a pretty big fight ahead of him as he has to gatekeep 2 or 3 players. Gibblas could have seen Mathematics right there, but he's not focused on his front flank. He's too busy looking behind him. Gibblas, you can see him.
I wonder if Gibblas does see him.
Maybe
That's the
maybe
trick,
does not
right?
want to shoot, though.
Could just be a couple of pixels. Yeah, may also not want to stop and, you know, try and have a duel right now with someone right behind him. Mathematics is watching the zone. He's watching out there.
With Gibblas' movement, he definitely saw Mathematics and is taking the defilade to the north. He does not want to be fighting Mathematics right now. Pretty good decision right here. Mathematics as well, doing what he should be. He might be able to spot not a scrub. He's able to hear this car coming from the south. J Dark Knight. Half HP in a buggy. What is with these guys and not healing? You need that HP. Spinning out. Oh, the wheels are gone. One more shot. He will get away.
Okay. Oh, we got some shots exchanged now. Not a scrub. Took a shot at Mathematics there. With the crossbow. And hit him for half?
He just hit him with a crossbow.
He hit him with a crossbow for half his health.
And he's still using it. He wants to get the finish.
Do it! Yes!
No way!
Yes!
Not a scrub. I take back everything I just said. This man is a god. Getting a crossbow kill at 11 alive?
Pretty fantastic stuff there. Happy to see it. And Thick Scratch goes down as well. Right over here, we've got. This could definitely.
Look at the southeast side. These guys have to go so far, and there's so many players here.
His car's on fire. He's taken damage. He's pinned down from 2 positions. Kevlar.
There's a player behind him as
yeah,
well.
That's what I mean. He's stuck in the middle.
There it is.
Mad Dog Groves easily gets the cleanup as he sees him. I don't know if he's aware Kevlar is right in front of him, but he has to be, right? Because why else would Vavforik just be chilling there? So he's got to be aware of this.
He knows he's getting into some kind of a mess. There's 2 players here that could take Mad Dog Groves down.
Out in the field, just laying down.
You'll be able to see him from here, but that yellow building doesn't have too many. Only has 1 good window, but does use it, getting 1 shot at Mad Dog Groves.
Circumcised actually is taking shots over there as well from the field. Uriung takes out Coroni. That was
our second.
That was our second place.
Oh, okay.
There's a napalm right in front. Molotov, excuse me. Not quite as destructive as napalm, I guess. Oh.
All right, you can see Mr. Size going out over the field in the distance, but he's a little bit more worried with the player right in front of him. Kevlar will be running away, trying to use the yellow building as cover as he makes his way out, but that's not going to cover him from the direction he has to run, which is going toward the zone. Mad Dog Groves holding his ground as well. The zone is going to start chunking these guys, and this next zone is very dangerous.
Zone has started to do some damage now to Mad Dog Groves. He's on the move. Kevlar knows it. We've got 8 players alive. A little bit of a peace treaty
right here. Both players know they gotta run.
Yeah, well, it looks like they're calling a ceasefire for the moment. Bcash, though, taking some shots at Uriung. Looks like Uriung's returning fire. Pretty long distance there still. Oh, more shots right now.
All right, he's getting shot from the southeast. Oh, those players are coming in circumcised. This is not the time to start shooting. This is the player that you left behind who's coming up right behind you. Oh, he is in a shed, though, but landing shots. Bcash is into that shed.
Kevlar right behind him.
This Kevlar knows what's going on. I don't think he does.
He knows there's someone in here.
Knows.
Yeah, he does. Got him.
Nice.
Well, but now he's still taking fire from the person he was dueling. Even
coming
goes
in
down.
1 shot will be getting taken down.
Bcash,
Bcash, this might be his game finally.
Yeah, 4 people only remaining now as a result. Bcash is actually in a terrific position to just spin and kill people, it seems.
I have horrible news for you, Josh.
What is that?
Our hero is fallen.
That is...
Not a scrub is dead.
Not a scrub. The Crossbow King taken down. Was Death... what was it? Death Shadow? Yeah, he's gone. He's gone too.
Looks like it might have been on the north side, but over here, Bcash taking some shots, very long-range shots at Uriung. Prone behind a tree that you do not want to prone behind these trees. Your legs are showing like that. Just because they don't always hit you doesn't mean they can't see you. Looks like he was able to get that angle correct, but if you're behind a tree and you're crouched, you're just fine. You don't need to go prone like that.
New circle. Bcash is on it, pretty much. Actually, pretty much everybody is. Relatively close.
Looks like 2 1v1 sort of happening. One on the south side, one on the north side. Bcash actually looking like he wants to press his you, rotating left around the circle, trying to take this 1v1.
He's trying to take that 1v1, but these guys are actually much closer to each other. I just don't think they're shooting just yet, so we'll go ahead and stay with Bcash.
Mad Dog's getting camped, I believe. Uriung peeking like he sees Bcash in the open, but Bcash shooting a lot of these shots.
Yeah, they're both actually doing decent, exchanging fire here. Uriung takes another big chunk, though.
Look how safe these peaks are. Just hitting him once, going back in, hitting him once, going back into cover. He's trying to get to this tree, playing on around it. Once he gets a little bit closer, then he can start using frags, maybe use a little bit of faster fire rate.
Frag
Look, he's
prepared.
got to this tree. This could be it for Yurung.
Oh, Bcash, though, taking a little bit of damage in the process.
That might get stuck in the trees. Watch out there, buddy.
I don't know what.
That's a little bit hopeful.
Yeah, Yurion gets him anyway.
Getting a little bit ahead of himself there.
Yurion got him anyway. That was, too much time exposed trying to throw that nade. Yurion in a good position, of course, now, since these two are stuck in close quarters combat. Let's just try and get their
Mad
position.
Dog Rose is camping here behind these crates.
Oh, they're right next to each other.
Rock City Rock does not know, but he knows that someone's here. But running around from behind, vaulting over the fence, not looking left. He could have seen him.
Look at this!
But Mad Dog Rose didn't hear it either.
Turn around! He's right there. He's in the
knows.
open. Mad Dog Rose destroys him, of course. Yurion and Mad Dog Rose both out in the open. Now there's no buildings this entire circle.
Oh, but Yurion has cover, and Mad Dog Rose is not, just standing his ground, taking one shot with the AK.
Mad
Still
Dog is using it as cover
aiming
too.
for that head, but this is not a good long-range gun, Joshy.
Yeah, this one tree is separating the winner from the loser here. Mad Dog Groves.
Serpentine.
Yeah, just jump, bob and weave.
All right, he's found the magic tree. He's using his cover now.
Yeah, this is pretty good. At least he's got a sort of a distance closer now. And Yurion.
All right, look at his meds real quick. He only has 4 bandages and some painkillers. He can sit here behind this tree. He can sit here for quite a while. The new zone does allow neither player, it doesn't force either player to move here. But without any first aid kits, every hit that Mad Dog Groves take is very, very important. Meanwhile, Yurion over there, we don't know what meds he's got, but it's probably more than 3 bandages.
Yeah, we can go pop over there. I'm just worried he's gonna get killed.
He's gonna die. Oh, Mad Dog Groves is just sit
Right,
there.
here's bandaging
You don't
for
have
sure.
to fiddle around while you're healing. You just gotta sit there and heal.
Yurion just killing that tree as hard as he can. Oh man, yeah.
It looks like
got no
Yurion meds aren't loading in, which means that he doesn't have any. So neither of these players have any meds, but the difference here is that Yurion has HP. You don't need meds when you have full HP.
That's true,
as long as you don't get shot as well.
Take a couple of less bullets, but the circle is right between them still. They could be a long standoff here.
Yeah, it's slightly outside of a good frag distance. Yurion not really going to push any more passive play from what we've seen. 3 kills to his name, so it's been working out so far. But I think that we're just seeing Mad Dog get those bandages off, trying to get as much health as he can, letting the stims do their work as well. He's full stimmed. And he's right to be doing this. There really is no reason to move, but he's just consistently losing these peak battles. He's out of meds now, only stims to keep him healed up.
This is a rough position for Mad Dog. He does have a nade to try.
Not
not gonna happen here. Yurion, excellent patience, takes out 2 players at the end there that both tried to nade him to try to close the distance. So that tree, he needs to be thankful for that tree, allowing him to score the win there because he was posted up quite well. Look at the kills across the board here. Circumcised did pretty well there. Bcash and Kevblah, watch them get a couple of kills. That top 3 was pretty rough though. That's,
number 7 though, that boy, not a scrub. His only kill the entire game was a crossbow, and it wasn't a headshot. He shot. What was his name? Mathematics. He shot him twice with a crossbow. And he ran at him in the open with a crossbow and won. What a god! But still, they didn't get to first place. First place went to Yurion with 4 kills. A pretty good showing from him in a zone that at least there was cover, Joshy.
Yeah. All right. So Yurion takes it down. Mad Dog Groves, I don't think was represented very well in the last game. I'm trying to see if any names were near the top. Coroni took 2nd and 9th. At least
that's
2 top 10 finishes. Vobforic right there at 10th again, but I don't think he finished well enough really to pass Coroni in that instance.
Yeah, like this isn't like top 10 finishes, and that's kind of it.
And Mathematics also does get a few kills. 13 out of 31 gives him a chance, but we're just gonna have to wait on the scorekeeping and all that to be completed. Mid 2 Prince, Flobus, Jägermike. Unfortunate donuts for them. Death Shadow won our last game, got 23rd this game, so that's rough.
Ooh. Yeah. Erangel, a very different beast from Miramar.
Is he out of contention, basically? Coroni and Vobforic both had better averages.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
We'll see.
How heavily placement or first place is favored here, but...
And Yurion, I'm actually not sure where he did in 2nd place.
Yeah. We'll see what happens when the admins come with scores, but I think there's the interesting thing here is that we have about 4 or 5 players that all have a sizable chance to really be taking this one. I feel.
Yep, Coroni and Vobforic, I think I'm looking at in top 4 at least. But then you know Yurion Not 100% sure how well he placed in the second game. So once the admins do all the math on that, of course, we'll be able to catch up. But I disconnected as soon as we left that game. Servers are too busy. Please reconnect. Please try again later. Doesn't matter, though, because that was our third and final game. We'll just see if the admin has any words for us. Not yet. So I'm just going to ask if we should... let's go ahead and cut to a break. We'll give our admins on the scene just a little bit of time to tally these scores. If you're interested in seeing who won the whole event, obviously stick around with us. But if you are going to take off, thank you very much for watching, everybody. That is the conclusion of our third game. I'm Ask Joshy, casting with Lil Fuzzy Seal once again. I saw a question in the chat, how can I get in on this? This was actually a live event in Boston. We do Survival Sundays. If you go to firstblood.io, just like you see in the Twitch URL, firstblood.io is where you can register and find more information on that. Every other
Discord's on the Twitch page as well, so that's where all the information is. If you ever have any doubts, just click that button, join that Discord, and you'll be able to join in the community.
Yeah, so join the First Blood Discord community, and that is, like you said, Survival Sundays basically draws straight from there. So go ahead and hop in and pay attention to those registration links every other week if you want to play some PUBG. They did give away a couple of mice and a mod mic our last event. We'll see what prizes they end up with this time. But we are going to cut to a break, allow the live venue to get sorted, and then we will come back for a conclusion of the show to let you know who the winners were. Sorry, guys, I keep extending the timer because I think Oren got a little caught up in the festivities of awarding prizes to winners and may have forgotten to remind us who those winners were. They looked happy.
Yes, he did.
He didn't have his name on his shirt, so unfortunately I don't know who he was. Give us just a minute. Maybe he'll come around.
I don't know. Oh, is it the guy that won on the edge?
It could be. I have no way of knowing.
All right, this is the tech guy. He's getting the camera put away. Maybe we'll get to see this camera start moving around. Oh, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I regret to inform you that our admins
Hi.
have forgotten all about us. But
We have the stream now. It's mutiny.
they're wrapping up a LAN event. Understandably, you know, people who want to, you know, chat and hang out a bit after the event. I see our admin actually walking around on camera now. So yeah, he's definitely busy with the folks in the venue. But it's is that his computer? Maybe. Oren, he's here. He said something.
I see him typing to us right now.
We are on air and would like to know top 3. Smiley face. Well, hopefully he just said good. He's just said nice work, fellas. Hopefully he didn't walk away after saying that.
We may be able to announce this yet.
We'll just hang out for a minute. Okay,
That's all I want.
So regardless of who won, thank you very much to the players who took part in the event, the live event. That was obviously a lot of fun for them. I see him walking around again. So no, I don't think we're going to get the winners.
Rip. That's it.
That's
R.I.P.
it. He doesn't want you to know. If you weren't there, you don't get to know, okay? But Karoni had a couple of good matches. Vavforic was impressive. We had our crossbow killer, not a scrub. Lots of people making names for themselves there. Death Shadow had a win in the second game as well, but placed 23rd, I believe, in the one right after that, so probably out of contention.
Yeah.
But we saw some good plays. We saw some bad plays. We saw various levels of skill across the board. A couple of close encounters that probably should have ended differently than they did. A couple of long-range encounters that probably should have ended a little differently.
That's the fun of this game, though. Is just when you get to that last bit, that final stretch, you feel your nerves getting to you, start sweating a little bit, your hand gets all clammy. get pretty hard to play when you get to that end game. It's pretty stressful regardless.
Yeah, again, this is a first for me, not knowing who won the event that we just cast for several hours. But you know what? At least you were here for it with me, so we can share in the awkwardness.
Yeah, we'll try to get it announced via the Discord as well as Twitter.
Yes,
I know
yes.
that I'll make
As
a
soon
tweet
as
about
possible.
it when we figure it out. So if you figure it out, then it's time for the plug. You need to figure it out, then follow myself and Joshy as well as the First Blood Twitter.
Yep.
We'll be announcing the winners there when we figure out who they are.
Thank you very much. That's land life, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, this is going to be us signing off. I made the executive decision after resetting the timer enough times. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter who won. So we're taking off. Thanks everyone for joining us.
Whatever. Bye.
Our job is done. You didn't say we had to announce the winner. But we're leaving.
Good night, guys.
Before we dig this hole any deeper, Sunday will be our next event. So don't miss out on that. Same channel here, twitch.tv/firstbloodIO. Myself and Seal will be bringing you Survival Sunday number 2. You can sign up for that on the Discord. You might as well join the Discord now so you can find out who won this LAN and join in for Sunday's festivities. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Despite a couple of the technical issues, we had a lot of fun anyway, and I hope that you enjoyed it as much as we did. We'll be back on Sunday. Good luck in your games. Until we see you again, we are out of here. Wait, I'm still live. Wait, I'm still live. We can do this. Hang on. Hang on, fam. The winners. I have the winners. It's Yu Ryung in first place, FirstBlood in second place, Mathematics, Circumcised, and Death Shadow. I will copy paste this. 1 second. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Boom. I put the winners in chat, but it's Yu Ryung, FirstBlood, Mathematics, Circumcised, and Death Shadow.